Okay, we got a green light. At least I get up, I go to the kitchen, I get a cup of coffee. I come back, SJ's gone. No warning? You gotta like give me at least like 5 minutes. All right, I checked everything. I think it works. Now, I just had a Windows update, so chances are something might crap on me. Yeah, it seems to work though. We'll find out shortly. If it does crap, I'll stop and just reinstall OBS, because the last time OBS screwed up was right after a Windows update. Let's see if we got this stuff focused. Yeah, what do we got? Maters is here. Morning. Did you get your stuff yet? Just the person I needed. SJ, where were you? I went to the kitchen. I come back. No SJ. I gotta finish, cramming it in my mouth. I didn't even get the banana yet. Win 10 is the devil. You kidding? It's been, remember Windows 95 and the great promise there and the blue screen of death? I still get the blue screen of death. You really got to screw it up to get that blue screen nowadays. This Cleveland, how you doing? Shelly, got your email. Chris Hurley sent was it the 2000? Because I had a devil of time just trying to get them pictures open. I don't know how they're being added to the email. I attached them, as an afterthought. I need a 1954 penny, and yes, I already made Avid. Oh, a video. Okay, good. Give me good old XP. XP was solid. Then they come up with that Longhorn crap. I miss DOS, really. DOS 4.0 was stable. You could do something with DOS 4.0. It was slow. It was bulky. You had to put, disk after disk in, but it didn't crash. This stuff crashes all the time. So if it does, I'll just reinstall everything and go from there. It was reliable. I think they use it on the moon missions, They sent it up because it wouldn't crash. It might have been DOS 1.0 or something. There. So I'm taking notes on some stuff I want to get for the coin class. What do you think about a NGC set registry? Run through it with people. See what is that too advanced? That might be a little step beyond the new collector. Most major airports use DOS 1.0. You don't want to have these things falling out of the sky. And I'm going to go eat. Don't do anything funny. No, ma'am. All right. Now, Crazy Maters won last week's coin class. So get over to his place and check out his video. Is it up yet? Sounds okay. Good. I got the other camera ready. And it works. As long as I put it on top of the box, I think I'll be okay. Week before, and yes, it is. Alrighty, we'll get over there and check that out. I'm going to be on for a little while, so I got to entertain the audience, the masses. We're mass communicating here. We ain't one at a time in it. That was a pick of a shield nickel. Which one? This one? Where'd it go? Pick of a shield nickel. I didn't get that one. Mail. Yeah, there's the mail. Let's see if I can get that to load up. Looking at eBay, wondering where all my stuff is. And it was damn slow. I got, oh, the 2000 was from Zeke. Mark Connor's quarter. Oh, here it is. Chris Hurley, shield nickel. Has a rather flat strike. This is how long it takes to load one photograph on an email. Going around and around and around. So yes, I got the email, but no, I can't see the email. It appears to have doubling. Oh, yeah, I got you there. I saw that. What you got there is an example of long anchor doubling. If I can find my way back here. You ever heard of long anchor doubling? Yeah, that's it. Back in the day, they would work the dies in between, you know, runs and kind of scrape them back into shape and hammer them extra hard. The way they would handle the dies was different. And what happened, because Longacre was the head man at the mint, and he was always doing something strange. He made the dies last, but you get all this doubling on them, as opposed to short meter doubling. That's right. There's Lee Hill. Good to have you. No, Sylvia. I'll leave that up to Ken. I missed something here. I'm gonna go eat. Don't do anything funny. No, okay. There. So I'm looking at the set registry. Maybe going over that and starting to make a blog. You know, there aren't too many coin blogs out there. If you go hunt, all the major sites have what they call a coin blog. No, it's not a coin blog. It's propaganda. Don't believe the hype. There's all kinds of things to write about. I mean, it's endless. You think of this one. Anyways, over here, putting those rolls away. Where did that go? Wow, my whole screen just went. And then it went back. Oh, that is peculiar. Yeah, Windows, this latest update is going to screw the world up. Planes are going to fall out of the sky because of this new update. Wait for it. So I was putting those rolls away that I had to. It's gone again. Okay, I might. This might be terminal. Why is it doing that? Okay, something's causing this. Let me look at this. And then what? What causes the whole screen drops? I'm not able to duplicate it. I can't make it drop, but for some reason, it's going to do it on its own. Huh. Damn peculiar. This Bill. How am I? I'm fine. I'm trying to figure out how this screen is doing its thing. The whole thing just goes black. No icons, nothing. But I touch the mouse and it comes back up. I'm not the only one. Brad, did you recently update Windows? Yeah, they screwed something up. They left something out of the machine. Well, anyway, we'll just try to muddle through with what we got. Yeah, okay. Windows is screwing up. I got a new update on Windows, and it's a bad one. Yeah, wait for it. They're going to be dropping bombs on us in any second now. Oh, the hotkeys. Hotkeys kind of still works. No, I wasn't touching the hotkeys when the Windows dropped. There's the screen. There's the wide. I don't have the close-up. Doesn't seem to work. No matter. I'll just try to avoid typing stuff. I go back to scope with the mouse. There. So anyway, had the rolls from last night. Of course, I do a stream and I start hauling stuff out of drawers and off shelves and, out of boxes and throwing it up all over the place. I get this mound like layers deep and stuff, so I got to put it back. I'm putting these rolls back from yesterday. I found a nice 1911S. I'm in some great shape except for the rim. That's just on the front. And you got full wheat lines. It's VF. Kind of nice to have a VF. But I got these bites in the rim. About 5 of them going all around. They're not quite evenly spaced. So, well, it might be mechanical. See these marks? They're not, up here they're not evenly spaced. So I'm thinking it's a human interrupt. I hate humans. Look what they do to the pennies. Well, I'll probably sell it off or something, because I get a bunch of them anyway. Wheat cents are so cool. Yes, found a nickel today, 55D over S. Well, let's see that. If you don't get to put that up in the Coin Op Facebook group, we'll take a look. We'd love to see it. Just found my 1954 penny. My typeset is complete. Hurry me. Hurry me. Hooray. That must be hooray. Oh, Katie's here. I'm scared. What are you scared of, Natalie? Ispy, Candy. What? I don't know names. Okay, the computer's frigging up. I should restart. That's it. If I embarrass myself, I'll blame Windows. Found a black wheat. Probably grimy. These wheat sets take so much abuse. Uh, they're handy. They're copper, so you can use them as a, you stick them in a fuse box. A lot of times that'll screw them up. You'll see a couple of marks, one on either side. You rip it out of the fuse box. It's an old penny. They keep it, but it's pretty cooked. You use it as shims. You find little holes drilled in them so you can, put it as a shim like a washer. They fix old cars that way. Ispy. I Spy or Ispy? It's Candy. Candy is dandy. So anyway, you need a piece of metal, just a little piece of shim. Pennies, they get used for this all the time. So that's probably what happened over here. So it gets going. This could be just some abuse, or got shoved in a machine, or who knows what. Didn't screw up the face of it, just the rim. And not too deep. It's just the surface of the rim. Say it right. I Spy. Highly. Ispy Awards. Light them up. Works great for car fuses. You just jam them in, but just use one hand. Make sure the other hand is, up in the air when you do that. And you get a good shock. Yep. So I was going to tear apart another book here. What's this now? What is this? 1942. 1937S. Oh, that's from the other. I was looking for this. That's that double die 37S we found the other day. Oh, good. Well, that's handy. Did you see this? Let me move that one aside. Yeah, pull out the pennies, and they're everywhere here. That's that 37S we found the other day. Right? We looked over here, and you see these curves on the back of the letters in Liberty. Right? Get the focus in there. See how they're kind of curved? So we kept on going and took a look up here, and you get that hook on the bottom of the E. And you get the big fat U, S, the T, the bottom of the R. That is a, where to go? That's Konica double die number 3. So that was a nice little find. But I find the stuff and I just throw it on the desk. I gotta find another way. I got the one box here, it's just errors. That fills up pretty quick. I don't know what this one is. 1940D, choice red, brown, uncirculated. Not like we can see that. That looks okay. Yeah, I'm gonna set that aside. $4. I'll put that in the dollar deal box. Get it out of here that way. Okay, this one I want to keep. Actually, I try to make it to your life. Is she here? I thought she was here. Yeah, she's probably tired. Stick that in your spot. What's that one? The 11? 11 doesn't have a holder yet. Yeah. So I cut these pieces of paper up. Gotta have one. I just stick it in a tuna can. They're about as handy as they come. Yeah, you get the cardboard flips and you write on those, and you can't do anything else with them. You want to take the coin out, you ruin the holder to get to it. Ryan found a 44D DDO number 1. 44. Is that the one with the letters shifted hardcore to the left, or is that the 41 I'm thinking? Well, at least you found one. Yeah, get some pictures up in the coin op group. BF with rim damage. What What's a VF11 Esco for with rim damage? Yeah, that'll be a solid with the wheats, I suppose. Put it in the pile with the weights. Had a few VDBs come in, poking around eBay. Guys just giving these things away. What's a VDB worth? What do you pay for a VDB? It looks like this. Let's try to focus that in. I'm in great shape. This one's got a dark spot on it. That's like a stain. KPP@live.com. It's not beside my head. Look in the bottom down there. I found a 38 no mint mark. Also looked like it would be you. Very good. Says Leon Peters. Oh, an overdate. 42. Wait a minute. I thought it was a no mint mark. 1940D. Okay, there it is. I see you. 1940D over S. That must be it. But I got all these VDBs, see? They're in great shape. Guy's saying $5 a piece. Buy. I picked up 4 of the darn things. Again, the combined shipping came in real handy. Here's the next one. I mean, they're pretty much VF, but there's one that's a little bit nicer. Decent berries. That's decent shape. There's a little rim nick. There's a rim bump down the bottom. I don't think it's enough to take it. I mean, for this shape, it'll be forgiven. The rest of it's pretty darn good. How much? $5 a piece I paid for these. VDB's good and clear. There's no double obverses or reverses, but they're in great shape. Let's see. This one's better. If I can get it out. It took a little while to get here, though. I got 2 packages. I've been driving around the whole southeast of the U.S. for days. Oh, this is the one with the little ding in front of his nose. I don't know how to upload this for you. Well, you send it to the email. Just attach it. There's a paper clip. Press that and then select your file. But what really got my attention on these, I was talking yesterday. Got a nice wooded 09 VDB. You ready? Let's put it over here first. Let's look at this one. Scope, nope. Wide, yep, there we go. That one has some pretty darn pretty color to it. If I can get that to show up. Ooh, good thing I get my fingers here. Let's look at the back. That's not really showing up well, is it? The whole half of the front is woody. And you get a bright stripe. Looks like somebody took a highlighter to it across the center of the back. Let's look at the front, see if I can get the color on this. Anything yet? No. Okay. Throw it under the close-up. This is the one that caught my eye. And so I just kept on going with the rest of them. So, okay, I'll take that one and that one and that one. But here you can see the woodiness of the whole front, the right half of it. And it's bold. And you can see it pretty well. But the condition of the coin is, it's outstanding. It's AU. He didn't have a grade listed. He didn't even mention the woodiness. He just said 1909 BDB. Here's a picture. So, $5, gimme. And the back is even bolder than the front. But something like this is an attention getter. You know, if you're going to list the coins for sale, make the people stop to take a look. And this did it for me. And you can see here the color difference. Heavy contrast. Right down the center. Okay, a little zorch on the bottom. But the wheat lines, they're tight. Berries, they're tight. Yeah, great condition on this one. I was pretty happy with it. For $5, yeah, it's a screamer. Now over on the left side, you can see just a, where is it? Just a touch of original lacerator on the outside, right over here. They're getting the color on this little camera is toughy. You can see it better on that big one over there. It's a peach. Yeah, I'll go with it. I have a couple of early pennies with some great wood grain. 1909s are heavy with wood grain. I gotta find where I put the right holder. VF stain, that one goes here. But for VF, I mean, these are high-end VF. So for $5 a piece, I'm gonna go with it. AU VDBs, I keep an eye on eBay because I mean, I'm gonna get $15 for AU on these every time, easily. I put them up. It's sold right now. I'm gonna sold for $15. If I can find it for less than $15, it's easy money, is what it is. But the VFs, I'll put $9 on those, and they'll still go. I don't know what to put on that 1911. I'll auction that off. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, this one's empty. Good. We actually finished one of the albums, so we'll get another one. Where the hell are they? Let's see what's in this one. What the hell? Why is this not in here? Do you like the way I use the word we? It's either the voices in my head or I just like to sound like a team player. All right, I've lost one already. No. What's wrong with me? I just wrote up a new insert for that. I already had one. Oh, damn it. All that paper wasted. Oh, made her say something? There are sliders up there. There's James. James, your stuff in yet? That stuff should be there probably tomorrow if it's not there already. James Owens won the big prize this week. Clip early pennies with some wood grain. $5 all day. Yeah, those? Yeah. That's one of the things I keep an eye out on eBay. You know, just do a search for 1909 BDBs. I mean, I'm not going to sell every darn one of them, but when I check, usually I can find a couple of them that are just going for a song. They're a good money maker. They're steady. You can usually sell a couple, 3, 4 a month. I'll put them up on the Coin Op group, for example. That Woody, I might put on the Friday Midnight Madness. How can I send you $5? Well, you want to buy one of these? That's what I paid. I sell it for more. If you want to do entries, let me see. Come on. It's a brand new mouse, for Christ's sakes. Home. There we go. Up beside my head, that's my email. And I'm taking entries for the big show, which you're going to find a description for right down here. And more importantly, there's a link down here that'll get you the entries a whole lot easier. There you go. Rather than type my name in, copy. Rather than type my name in, you can just click on this link I'm giving you. There you go. And get your entries in that way. If you type my name wrong, it goes to some girl named Kimberly, and she don't want to give it back up. And there's nothing I can do because you don't send it to me if it goes to Kimberly. No, it's it looks like cat hair in there. So I got this cat I've been feeding, and he won't leave. Yep. Oh no, it's a Ken hair. I'd say it's been in there a while. Yeah, we gotta do some maintenance on this stuff every now and again. Good. Working again. Let's try it. Why is this open? When did I open this? Let's look around here. Bear with me. Windows is rather finicky today, and we know why. Keeps the spiders away. Yeah, but this one doesn't have a wire, or doesn't have batteries. It's wired in, which I got this camera running over the cord, and we're going to leave the computer accessories alone for a while because, damn, it's getting as bad as that desk behind me, which is the whole reason I'm going through these darn folders and seeing what's in there. Yeah, so we'll just poke these out, have a look. Yeah, this is what I do. I just look at coins. It's a damn cat, I tell you. He's got to go. He stays outside at night. He can go under the house. It's plenty warm. It's Florida. He'll be all right. He's not buried in snow. If it's a problem, well, we can just go next door and hang out in their house. Which one? That's the 11S. So I got all these new boxes. See, I've got several different ways I keep these coins organized. I got piles of them in the folders. I got boxes. I got binders. So I'm trying to get more streamlined, because really the shelf back there with all the folders on it, it's a bit much, and that's solid wood on that shelf. Already it's starting to sag. So I'm getting these folders, these albums out of here. They're good if you want to organize, you know, say 5 or 10 sets of Lincolns. But after, you know, 30 or 40, it gets really, really difficult to keep track. You're constantly hunting around for different folders. So here we got a 1909 in good. And what do we got here? And that's all it is. Still, the 1909s, you can get those for, you know, a couple bucks. If you got them, grab them up. That's pretty good for good, isn't it? But there's nothing on the face of it. Love cats and dogs. Love dogs, cats, not me. Jonathan Raymond just joined us. Well, the dogs aren't so hard on the rig, and cats are going to get up on everything. Knock it over. Sit on the keyboard. Yeah, that's looking good on that side, but the face is smooth. What's this? Another Ken here? I swear it's not mine. Yeah, that's bathroom tile. Yeah. 1909 and good. You know what I can do with that is get that album. Oh, I took all the small ones and I'm putting this folder together. Some kid will like it. I'll put that right in there. And when you press them into a folder, yeah, use a piece of, see? That'll make some kid happy somewhere. I'm with you, Shelly. Let's see what we got here next. Okay, I probably pulled out all the good ones out of this one already. 1910 looks okay. There's some doo-doo there. Oof, not better. Not that great, but it's acceptable. 1910 and very good. It's not a big prize. And I need one. Good. I'll put that over here. Now I've had cats, dogs, chickens, a bull. Had a couple pigs there for a little while. They had to go because I had to work out of town for like 2 months. And 1910. So I give him a fella, come get the pigs, you're gonna have them. And he kept them for another couple of months, and he shows up, hey man, I got some pork ribs here. All right. Those are some good pigs. 1912 and good. And no better. Yeah, this folder's going to end up getting filled up. There you go. So I'm taking them out of the nice folder, you know, with the pretty slides, and putting them in the little one. But I'm going to sell that nice folder for 10 bucks, whereas the little one cost me $5 and it's brand new. I say, you want a brand new folder? Only $5. plus the pennies. But I could auction them off. Now these all be, you know, kind of low grades. And the coins are worth 20 cents, 30 cents, 50 cents. Not big enough for a dollar deal. But I put together a pretty good set. That's nothing there. And some kid will like it. Yeah. I pretty much picked this clean. I don't see a whole lot in this one. 1913, need it. I mean 1912, 1913, and probably a buck. There it is. But you know, they're on their own for 1912 D and S, 1913 D and S. There are no mint mark. But these pennies, you know, they're 50 cents. It's not quite enough to sell by themselves. And to tell you the truth, I probably got them for a fraction of that. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for that. It's not much. But I've already gotten, I'm sure I've recovered my investment on this set. Which one is it, by the way? That's number 35. We'll just move it out the door. Now, if you get a strategy for getting coins, for buying coins, and you can keep repeating that, you know, as long as you can recover your investment, you can effectively accumulate the pennies. I mean, I got tens of thousands of these things. I got 50 albums here. But if you can accumulate them, well, eventually you can put together different types of sets, right? You put together, you know, a roll of 1916s, or, you know, a book with 50, 1909 to 1940, right? Or whatever, like all the 20s in VF, different ways to market the darn things. You know, maybe it doesn't have a 24S or 24D or 26S. That's a very good 1916. Okay. Put that in here. No, it's got a spot already. Bye-bye. So you don't really lose getting more and more, just accumulating all these. What the hell is this? There. All these wheats. It's finding the time after a while to deal with them all, which is what I'm finding. I go down to my local coin shop. He doesn't do coins. He does gold and silver, right? You get some gold and silver you want to sell, he'd be more than happy to talk to you, because he's going to bundle it up and sell it to some guy in Texas. So his wheats, I mean, they pile up. I go in and steal from him. How much you want for all those? $10? Okay. Here you go. I'm getting some crazy good stuff from him. I mean, crazy good. So I take the time to pick them apart, look at it, see what's in there that's still good. And yeah, I can recover my investment real easy. You know, I get whole sets, depending on what's in them. That's a 17D and fine. Yeah, very good. But I'm left with, you know, these piles and piles of wheats that are, you know, just building up. Pipe burst in the wall. How would it burst? Did it freeze? Had to tear at the walls and start a repipe. Oh yeah, that's fun. I haven't had to repipe anything in a long time. Had a trailer myself and my brother. We had a trailer back in New York, 1990, 91. You know, first winter in there. Well, the heat tape had just plain given out, so we get up in the morning, frozen pipes. Oh, good. I need a 17 in this one. All right, crawl under there. Just 50 below, in the sun. We're crawling under there with a blowtorch. Melt up pipes. Now you start at the faucet. You open up the faucet. You start there, and you work your way back. Because if you start in the middle, the water's going to expand. Well, maybe it's ice. Well, anyway, If you start in the middle, the water melts, it's got no way out. So you start at the faucet and work your way back until it flows continually. Then you're good. We learned that real fast. Where are you? That look like a D to you? I do the exact same thing. They only care about moving gold and silver bullion. Yeah. These old wheats aren't worth his time. And geez, you can pick up crazy good stuff, crazy good dates for very little. You know, just find these guys to sell it. Because people come in with the gold and silver, they also have old coins. Okay, I'll take those, 4 cents a piece. Here you go. He's got a bucket of wheats down there with my name on it. But he insists he's going to pick through it first, you know, sort it. Well, he ain't going to sort it. There's nothing there. And he ain't going to get, 4 cents a piece for him. But I know there's stuff in there. Maybe I'll eventually loosen up my price and go to a little more. But I mean, there's piles of stuff, stockpiles of coins. They're just begging to be picked through. He does gold and silver. These pennies are worth nothing to him. Yeah, there might be some stuff in there, but take him so long to go through them. We have the same coin store, buddy. No, I don't think so. Being 2,200 miles apart. My LCS is the same thing. Pull the key and dump the rest in a bucket. Yeah, and a lot of times there's real good stuff. This one is nothing to write home about. That's good. What's the date on that? 17 plain. I don't need a 17 plain. Yeah. So I pick through them. Somebody's got to. Thing is, it's time consuming. I'd be shopping eBay, but looking for good deals. But I done spent every penny I had. I got a Pilgrim $50 today. I mean, for nothing. I said, "Yep, I'm gonna have that one because it's a peach." And I got it. Hopefully, it'll be here in a few days, and it's a peach. Whole front case is bullion. Yeah, there's an accumulation strategy. Is it worth your time? It's not worth his time. He's dealing with gold and silver. The pennies are an ancillary byproduct. But for someone who knows something about the pennies, he may not know a thing about pennies. He knows about gold. He knows about silver. Weigh it up, calculate the price, see if it's 24, 18, 12. And if you can find a dealer who, has piles of pennies for no reason, not doing a thing with it, well, get over there and make a deal. Say, man, I'll take all of them. All of them for 4 cents a piece. And you never know. You might just say yes. Sometimes I want, I want 4 cents a piece, but I want, 6 cents for the 30s, 8 cents for the 20s, 10 cents a piece for the teens. What's that crap? The toothpick is your friend. Let's stick that right in that 9 and see if we can. Yeah, that's junk. What's the shape on this? Looking VF. Covered in doo-doo. Okay, looking fine. Fine at best. Yeah, that's nothing there. Even a 19S. Yep. Let's look at the price real quick. Oh, I can't do it because I have. All right, never mind. No, wait, I can do that. I got the spreadsheet. I saved it to the hard drive on the laptop so I can actually open it up when I have the cameras plugged in because I have to unplug the external drive. So it's under F? No, it's under C. There it is. It takes a minute to load because it's kind of a big file. Whole front case full of bullion. Shows you a couple of handfuls out of his unsearched bucket. Man. Sometimes you find some stuff. How much is it worth, for your time? If you don't need cash to get by, you got an advantage because then you have, you don't have the same demands. I spend my time flipping them. I buy them, I sell them. I got some people that I've been dealing with for quite a while. So what you see me doing is only a fraction of what I do. Because I do a lot of business just over the email to some people I've known for years. Hey man, I got this. Send him a couple of photos. He says, send it. Here you go. Another guy out, a couple of people that are local. Yeah, he's looking for RPMs. There's another thing. Check your local dealer. Some of them don't. A lot of them don't check dye varieties. You can cherry pick them all day long. I gotta get up early to meet the mailman. Oh, he's coming in tomorrow. All right. I hope you like it. It's a nice package. But don't tell anybody it's coming in tomorrow. They'll be there waiting for the mailman with the James Owens mask on. Exact same game plan and thoughts of fighting wheats. Yeah, they're out there. Get them. It's the source. If the source doesn't use them, if the source doesn't take the time to go through them because it ain't worth their time, that's why you have an advantage. Let me find this. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's that same one. Yeah, we were looking at the price. That's what it is. And if you can get them and get them regularly, you've got a game plan out, right, for accumulation. And then if you can also move them out, 19S and fine, $1.15. Okay, dollar deal. I guess I got a box getting loaded over here with dollar deals. 19S, fine. Yeah. Yeah, that's a decent dollar deal. So, how much do you invest? Well, as much as you like, as much as you need to. You know, it's the turning it over that makes the difference. If you can get them and flip them, get them and turn them over, then there's decent money to be made just on common wheats. You know, we got these cameras that are good enough that you can post a photo, show it off around the world. Is that a mint mark under there? I don't know. Doesn't look it. Nope, that's a pit. Well, it's a convincing pit. 1918 low grade. Don't need it in the book. I'll put together a roll of low grade, you know, good, very good 1918s. Hey Ken, is it worth to send the 1914D and the 31S to get it slabbed? If you have to ask that, then the answer must be no, because you haven't done the homework. And if you're not doing your homework, don't invest the money. All right? How much does it cost to get it slabbed? Have you done that homework? How much is your coin going to sell for once it's slabbed? And then just compare the numbers. Does slabbing improve the marketability? Does it improve the value? There is a slight value added by getting a coin slabbed. And that's because, well, PCS has a nice fancy container which protects the coin, and they have a guarantee that goes along with it. But you're only looking at a couple of dollars for the container, and maybe 1 or 2% for their satisfaction guarantee. And that's the most it can possibly add for value. After that, it's marketability, and it ain't going to add an extra $50. It ain't going to add enough to recover the the slabbing fees. But if you don't do the homework ahead of time, really got no business getting involved in that sort of thing. Don't do like I did on the 14. Yeah. Yeah. Now people say, you know, get that coin slab. Get that. You got to get that slabbed. So you go spend 40 or 50 bucks. Well, let's see. Got it? Yeah, here we go. Guy gets it slabbed, right? Because he found this thing in a Coinstar machine. The whole world says, you've got to get that slabbed. Slabbing doesn't add value. Okay, we got a 1914D XF details. It's a peach. Seriously, XF details is wrong. It is AU. I totally disagree with this. I can show you examples also slabbed by NGC that are XF details that look nothing like this. I can show you AU that don't look as good as this coin. And the scratch is pretty minor, but it is a scratch. So that part I'll give to him. But the whole world's saying, you got to get that thing slabbed. And all the people that said get it slabbed, not one of them bid on the thing. So he's out 80 bucks. I bought the thing for a pretty darn good price. I would have probably paid more without a slab. But nobody else bid, so here I am with it. And there's not a thing wrong with this thing, really. Except you can't take pictures through a slab. So I get the slab 1914D. Right? And the only benefit of the slab is it keeps it protected. All right? Guaranteed authentic only. So their satisfaction guarantee, they're not guaranteeing the grade, and if you sell it for, you know, a lower price, they don't care. There is no satisfaction guarantee on that. But the coin is good. So I could break it out of that slab, really, and say, yep, I'm saying, hey, you want to look at the back of this? I'll get this book in the way. So people are going to say, slab it, let them pay for it. I'll slab it, but you got to bid on it. They don't want to bid on it? What are they doing spending your money saying you got to have that slab? These berries, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, these are practically uncirculated right here. But if I want to take a decent picture, it's got to come out of this slab. Yeah, it's just a good holder. When you get the details, when you get details on there, the only gain is the holder. They took, you know, 80 bucks it cost this guy to get it slabbed, and they gave him a $2 holder. That's a scam up by itself. They should have sent it back. No, it's brown. It's brown. You might get some chromatic aberration from the lens. Then it's, you know, you're looking at it on your screen. I'm over here looking at it on mine. You might have a little more hue of purple, but it's a peach. People are saying, oh, that mint mark doesn't look genuine. That's a genuine mint mark. I'll put it right up with several other examples. Yeah, but I can't take a decent picture of with it in this slab. Yeah. Having it slabbed has gained no advantage on this coin. Yeah, that was found in a Coinstar. It's a peach. He brought it to me. He says, what do you think? I think, oh, wow. He put a picture up. I called him immediately. Usually he puts up a picture. I go and look at it in a few hours. Yeah, Coinstar. It cost him nothing. He got it for free. Would have been a good sale, but everybody said you got to have it slabbed. So he spends 80 bucks to get it slabbed. There's shipping both ways, insured, plus the cost of slabbing. He wasn't an NGC rep, so he had to pay a fee to the guy who was. So for 80 bucks, he got the darn thing slabbed. Took him 3 weeks, and he came back, XF details. And nobody bid on it. Well, one guy bid, and I saw the pattern he was bidding. Okay, I bid this much, and it's mine. I can't see anything. Oh, it's got a good shine. It doesn't have any redness or any red luster. No language, please. No fucking language, please. I don't think I made up that rule. Hey, Brad, how are you? They gave my 1914D a VT10, and that's what I thought it was. But then he gave it a cleaned. Yeah, cleaned, you're fucked. I sold clean 14Ds before, and I still get around 90 bucks at least for, I mean, junk. Just worn out, junk, cleaned, screwed up. So that's one of the things, you know, you can play with eBay. You can set up searches, and it'll search as soon as you get a hit, you know, somebody posts a 1914D, it'll send you an email. So if you really want to get hardcore, you can start setting up searches for specific things. I do some sets. I'm starting to do more commemorative halves because, wow, some of those, they're giving them away, babies. But keep an eye out. I want to get more slab coins because a lot of times you can get those for a pretty good price, especially the moderns. Say after 1940, the cents, MS 65, 66, 67. A lot of times you can get those for a pretty good price. Don't pay more than, you know, 20 bucks for a modern slab Lincoln. That little tag cost you, what did you pay? You paid 100 bucks total to get that 1914D slabbed up. You know, it's going to be very, depending on who you send it through, because different people, I want 20 bucks, I want 30 bucks, you know, for my time. Guy opens a box, does this, says, give me 30 bucks. Give me a break. Why did not take it down? Okay, it must be another conversation. But I have a problem with PCGS. I have a problem with NGC. They do have flaws. People send their coin back in to get them reslabbed, right? You see this all the time. You know, they got 4 in MS68, and they got 17,000 MS66 because people keep resubmitting them. When you have that 1 point price difference, you know, going into several digits, it pays them just to keep on submitting it again, because people are flawed. PCGS and NGC are operated by people, and so if they make a mistake and say, oh, this is an MS67, you just made 500 bucks on that coin. So now it's just a numbers game. How many times can you send that coin back in to get that one mistake where they kind of graded it high? You know, they used to have a you know, a jury system where you got 3 people at least would look at a coin, and you got to have a consensus of 2 to get a grade. And to tell you the truth, I think that's fallen by the wayside. Let's face it, they've done 36 billion coins or some darn thing, and just like any other company, labor cost is an issue. But you watch some of these coins, some are fucked. PCGS, MS69, right? Now, if they're using the jury system that they used to claim, they'd have 3 people look at that. All right. Oh, you can't see that. Home. Yeah, this is my PCGS bassing. On 2005, PCGS, that is MS69 red. And it's a satin. It's a beautiful coin. No question about it. Here's your other side of her. All right. MS69. You saw that? I mean, you're getting into, is it properly centered? Is it solidly struck? This coin should be flawless, right? Scope. Here it is again, MS69 red. Now you can take and look that number up on their site, 1058061, and it'll say MS65 red. And let's see if we can see this. Beside the freaking memorial, you get about the biggest contact mark in the world for an MS69. So you're going to tell me that 3 people looked at that coin and nobody got that? Nobody grabbed that? What are you paying for? You're paying for the hype. You're paying for a commoditized product, right? There's no way that's 69 with that gash. Now, because this is not a details, this coin is covered by their guarantee, right? Yeah, 2005. It's a peach, really is, except for that gash. But it's not a details grade. So their guarantee, if I sell the coin and, you know, it's not MS69, I can recover the difference in price. Except that they determine the price. So don't give me the bullshit. Really, is there an advantage to it? You do have really nice containers. I'm gonna give it that bit. I mean, $1.50 you can do them. Look at that gash. There should be no gash, and I can measure that. How big a gash is that? I mean, look at compared to the size of the A. Okay, where's the millimeters? There it is. I'm going to use a circle part because that's easy. Let's put it straight. All right. Each line is 1 millimeter. So that line is 2 millimeters long, just about 2 millimeters long. Right? For comparison, the height of the bay is 2.5 millimeters. But 3 people missed it. Don't believe the hype. PCGS, it's not what it used to be. Yeah, it's probably 66, because maybe 65, because that's the only flaw I can see with that coin. It's good, but it ain't no 69. Someone wanted to leave work, or hey, they are just as flawed as everybody else. They got places to go, people to see, and things to do. I got to get out of here. 69, 69, 69. Somebody just made a fortune. Bye-bye, I'm gone. They have no vested interest in that coin. They're hourly wage employees. Come on. And that's the trouble with these slabbers. It becomes a numbers game when you get into these big numbers of millions of coins. And mistakes will happen, but I think they're happening with, a greater regularity. That sucks. Oh, I bought the coin that one is a tool to bitch about the 1914D, which I also strongly disagree with. One day I'll bust that open probably. Where are we here? We're on to the next batch. But why would you slab a coin when, how do you guarantee that what they're saying it is really what it is? It's still subjective no matter what. Okay, the whole idea is that you can market the coin sight unseen. That's the only real advantage. But even then you have a risk that it was screwed up somewhere along the way. And it's not what it was. So their guarantee makes up for that. But their guarantee is, well, you can see through that too, when they control, when they can determine the value. Time to retask a quantum computer for grading coins. I always thought you could do it like with like radar. You get the terrain reading radar devices out there, like on the on the Tomahawk cruise missiles and stuff. They read the terrain. You can see through clouds and shit. Well, what if you did it on a smaller scale, and you could read the terrain on a coin? All right, now there's technology out there that'll rotate it correctly, align it right. You can set up your rig to hit it at 90 degrees, and really, what do you got? You got a terrain. You can read how much debris is on there. Yeah, it's a topographic map. You can read the height, the relief, all of it. You can get the general outlines, so you can compare it to known states, and if you can identify the coin easy enough, you get the date, you get the grade, you get the mintage. You should be able to do it all. And then it's a simple algorithm to figure out how bad are the scratches, how big are the scratches, how much doo-doo is on there, and have limits on those where you hit that limit and the grade doesn't go higher. But I mean, that's got to be an easy one. You got that, Tim Rathlin's got that device out there, and I think he does it like the fingerprints for the coin identification. But I mean, fingerprint technology has been around for 30 years, You take a picture of a fingerprint, you can run it through a database, and they could do that in the early 80s. Just it was a lot slower getting the information back around. Well, that's picked up. But you set enough data points on the face of this coin, if you get enough matches to a known example, you make your match. And the more points you have, the greater the percentile it's a right match. But you still want to have a human involved. I mean, come on. You're going to have a coin. You're going to have a computer determine the value of this coin. There you go. Oh, I know. No computer, no software should determine the value of a coin like this. And this comes down to eye appeal, to beauty, to the essence and art of the hobby, and you cannot replace that with a machine. Al Casino, got that? Oh, all casinos, yeah. You walk into a Walmart and you're now in the casino database. More taking off? Okay, everyone feel better, sleep, work in the morning, work very hard. But really, should a computer or a machine or an algorithm replace aesthetic appeal? Maybe you can do it for some coins, like say that one. Okay, low grade, simple enough. 1923, maybe VG. Let's look at the back. Not much better than VG. Let's look at the rim and stuff. Okay, a computer can look at that one and say, yeah, that's a 20-cent coin or a 30-cent coin. But you can't take a look at something like this and say, this coin is no good. Now, it might give you some pointers, but really, this has to come down to eye appeal, judged by a human who's competent. I think more than anything else, that's a key word. You must be competent, experienced, and qualified. Those dark domed cams at Wally World are FR capable. Probably. That's why they keep saying to me, sir, you have to leave the lingerie section. Please stop sniffing the merchandise. Oh, Decoin Hunter's here. Okay. But you can do a lot with the technology. It'll be invented at some point. There's all kinds of stuff out there. But should we allow the computers to grade them? Yeah, we're getting into some esoteric things. Let me see if we got a place to put this 23. Nope. It goes to the back. There we go. Yeah. 1925. I got one. And you're low grade. Okay. Bye-bye. You can take the Phillies, pretty much anything below fine, in the 20s, and you're not going to get much out of there. 25D and good. Oh, I got a slot open. Oh, wow. How about good? I'll just put that right in here. 25D, good. 25D and good is $1. But I don't think this one is good enough. See that? That's about good. That rim is just flowed right in. I'm going to put that in the folder. That'll be a good spot for it. Where'd my cloth go? There it is. Just want to wipe the grime off of that real quick. You can't screw up a coin worth 50 cents. There. That works. 25D. Now, when you're in Walmart going through the lingerie, they got these cheesecloths. Picks them up. They're pretty soft. Works great. Good for handling those coins. We're going to push them into a folder. Put that cloth down first. 28 in fine. Okay, better than fine, but not VF. What's the price on that? 20 cents probably. 28 in fine. 25 cents. Yeah. I mean, what? I'm going to put 10 of these together and try to get $2? Not likely. 28. I'll go right in here. But I can put 50 together, and then I got something. Told Linda I'll be hitting the sack. Don't call Linda a sack. 3:30. Oh, we got 5 minutes. Have you set your clock back an hour? You can do that. And say, oh, ma'am, sorry, dear, I forgot it was Eastern Daylight Saving Time thing. I'll be there in an hour. So you're putting coins in the AGs in the books and then selling. Yeah, mostly. Now you're not gonna get 1911S, BDBs. Well, maybe a plain BDB. You're not gonna get the 31S, but yeah, I can get mostly a complete folder. There'll be low grade, but there's no dogs. That's a big thing. How many times you buy these things and it's got a 1924D, but it's got a freaking hole in it this big. It's just a ring with 24D showing. Yeah, but I'm getting the I got a ton of these real nice albums, and I picked out all the good stuff. Well, let's sort out the little stuff so I can get the album stuff. Because at this point, the album is worth more than the coins in it. But I can put together, you know, get the dogs out and fill that up. And it'll still be valuable. And they'll go, I mean, they go for, you know, 15, 20 bucks, depending how many coins are in there. But you can take better photos. 26D, fine. How's the back look? Yeah, I give it fine, but not much better. I get some lines. And how about a price? But if it's, you know, less than $2, I can probably get a dollar deal out of it. 26D in fine. Yeah, there's one right there, that coin. The book says $1.50. I'll make it a dollar deal. Sell it for $1. 1926D. Fine. And I'm quite impressed with the success of the dollar deals. People snatch them right up. I mean, the book says it's worth $1.15. Really? You got to get that 15 cents? Move it out the door. But if it's worth, you know, $1.75, get it gone. Here you go. Dollar deal. Bye-bye. And they go. And people buy 50 of them. I mean, I've sent out packages with dozens of the darn things in there. That's working for me. Where all the mint marks are in crayon. Yeah, you get that green stuff on them, right? Where it's been in a, you know, a cheap flip and it's got that goo. Or they get that red, you know, you've seen it. The red looks like an old pipe red patina. Get those out of here. That goes in the color bucket. I think I might have to do that. I have a ton of lower grade wheats I don't know what to do with. Yeah, you can put together groups, sets. I mean, I have these. You can get them from me if you like. They're $4 a piece. Not too bad. You get the book 1 and book 2, $7.50. This $3 shipping, and they're handy and they're brand new and untouched. You get the extra pages, you know, the Whitman propaganda page. And they got these in. They got copper on the front instead of the silver like they used to have. But you know, you get in these coin groups, and I see these, you know, sets going for 20, 30 bucks. Yeah, I mean, just get it as full as you can. You don't have to put in the coins that are, you know, $5 a piece, but you can put in a lot of these, 50 cents, 75 cents, a quarter, maybe $1 on some, you know, just to help pitch it, help give it a bonus to help it sell. But all these things are just sitting on the shelf over here. They're sitting. There's tons. Look at this. You can't see that. This whole stack, I've got 3 stacks up here. These are just wheats. There's some good stuff in there, I'm sure. You know, I mean, this coin's worth 2, 3, 5, 10 bucks. Anything really big I've already sucked out of there. But I got 1 million of these little ones. Well, let's make them work somehow. 1925S. Here's a better date with a green spot. And we got limited lines and no lines here. So I'd give that very good. What's the price on a 25S and very good? 25S, very good, 63 cents. I'm not going to sell that for 63 cents, but I can stick it in this here folder if I got a slot open. 25S, nope, don't have a slot open. And with 50 of those together, yeah, I get 20 bucks. I'll stick it up there. What's this one? There's pennies everywhere. You know, people be saying, I don't have any valuable coins to sell. Well, then sell a lot of unvaluable coins. I mean, if they're just sitting there collecting dust, you're not looking at it. Somebody wants it. To do the same with memorials, I pull the memorials out and I try to put together 50 different coins in a batch. I mean, I got, what do we got here? I'm sure I got some around here. Here we go. These are the memorials pulled out of, if I use this camera here, these are memorials pulled out of a folder, out of an album. I haven't even really taken the time. What do you got here? 1960. You know, it's a page. Go forward a couple. Here's a 1972. Brilliant. Not a thing wrong with it. There's a 1972D. Again, let me show you under here. Home. Nope, scope. There's a 1972D. Just candy apple red. You got a few marks. It's brilliant and circulated, but you're looking at MS 61, 62 on these. And a lot of times. Just showroom finish. There you go. You'll have a contact mark. You might have an occasional spot on it. But you put together a decent set of these. I put together 50 different from 1959 to 81. 50 different. No small dates. That makes it fit the 51 in a roll. And put them up for auction, and I consistently get over $25 for these things. So that's 50 cents a piece. That's more than a lot of these wheats that I'm sticking in this folder. And that's no fooling. They like them. They need to fill up their, oops, they need to fill up their stuff, and they need something to do it with. Well, if the coins are good enough, they'll pay. And of course, I tell people, if you don't like it, send it back. I'll give you a refund. The only thing I've ever had come back was in 1994. A guy didn't think a 1954D was XF, that I sold him for a nickel. All right. He sent it back. Okay. I'll give you a refund. Cost me 6 times as much for the stamp, and the stamps are, 31 cents back then. Yeah, but people get the big albums, them big ones. Yeah, I could get them back. I'm not going to get it. There's not one in reach. And it goes all the way through 2017. And they want to fill them with, good lookers. What's going on in the 9? 1927D in, very good. Okay, maybe fine. What's going on that inside of that 9? Toothpick. Move. Yep, that's just crud. 75 cents to $1. I don't think that's $1 for me. 27D, very good, $1.25. Now I use Numis mostly, but I've adjusted some of these numbers from my experience. Yeah, that's $1 deal. Somebody will take it. If not, I'll put together, $10 deals, and maybe I'll get $8. But having them all, sorted, and all these low value, 50 centers over here, and the, $1.25s over there. If I can identify all the dollar deals, I mean, I got 1,000 of the darn things, Yeah, I could stand that. 1927D. And that was fine, we decided. Dollar deal. Yeah, and people snatch up these dollar deals. Once they learn what you got, it's $1.25 to $1.50. Sometimes $1.75 on these dollar deals. Yeah, they snatch them up. Maybe they know somebody and they can get that $1.50 to $1.75. My gray sheet is from March. Numis gives me a pretty good price, and they keep it updated, and it don't cost me $275 a year. So I'm good with that. As far as what the gray sheet, the dealer value is, you take the retail and you take off 10% or 20%. There you go. But I get the stuff for more like 40%. There you go. Yep, if you hunt well and shop wisely, let me show you this. We'll go to the screen, and I'll move this off to the side. Okay, find out what you have and keep track of what you got. This is my spreadsheet. I can move this over, and I'll go down here to stock, which is the stuff I got, and we'll go to the top. Okay, you're looking at this number up here. what's it doing? Okay, this is what I paid. This is what I have recorded. This is the book value. And right here is the percent of book. And this is a total of everything everything I got, everything I've recorded. But I'm getting stuff for 42% of retail. Because the book is what the book says. That's based on Numis. And Numis prices are pretty damn good. You look at Redbook, they're inflated. You look at, oh, what's that one? Coin World, Coins Magazine, they're inflated. You look at USA Coin Book prices, they're inflated. The Black Book, they're inflated. Numis is pretty good. And these are based on Numis prices. And still, I'm paying less than 50% of retail. So, yeah, there's money to be made. So get out there and make some. Let's see, home, scope, home. That's my thing. And I want to pull back up this so I can see the chat. Yeah, that goes on and on. I'm going to do a video on how to use a spreadsheet and set one up and download the software and make it work. I know, I can't afford it. Them off my wholesale. Oh, yeah, I got it. Yeah, get a copy. Don't let Graysheet find out that you're trading the Graysheet, because they'll just cut off a subscription and then you got to get another one or some darn thing. You change a letter in your name and it'll go right through, no problem at all. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I kind of got away from it because you sell so much stuff sometimes, you can't keep up with it. So I'm changing it around so that every coin has ID on it. I know what I have paid for this penny, right? 1858, small letter, Flying Eagle cent, about good. I have what I paid on it. But this is going to go to a kid, so it doesn't really matter what the hell I paid. You know, as long as I didn't pay too much, I should be okay. But about good, yeah, the kid will like it. We'll go from there. And that seems to be working. But if I keep all the records here, yes, it helps me in the day-to-day operations around here, grabbing and doing. But I lose the data references where I can just go to the spreadsheet and look stuff up. And that's pretty darn handy. But a lot of the stuff that I have in that data, oh, let me show you this. We'll go back to that. Let's see, go to the screen. And down here, no, that's not it. Bear with me. I'm trying to do 6 things at once. Okay. Move this over so I can see. All right. Can I shrink that a little? Let's try that. Yeah, that'll probably work. Okay, a lot of the stuff is, this is what I paid, this column, and this is what it's worth over here. And it doesn't matter what it is, we can just come over here and take a look at these numbers. A lot of them are paid next to nothing, and sometimes they're worth, better money. And this column is a percentage. A lot of them is 6%, 13, 8, 17. You get a more expensive coin, it goes up. Here's one for, let's see, 83%. It's a $100 coin. It's a 31S, and that makes sense. There's my book. There's what I paid. Here I paid way too much. Okay, this is those are wheat bags. Never mind that. But a lot of the stuff is minor. That's the book. Here's the value. $1, $4, $3, $3, $4, $5. Okay, some good ones. 50. So if I take all the big stuff out, what I want to do is rotate the biggest stuff first. And all these little things that I'm playing with, I will never get to them unless I specifically take time to get to them. But the spreadsheet helps me determine what's the biggest one, what's the most expensive ones. And if you look, these are the folders. A lot of the value is in the folders. If I can find that. Here we go. Now this part of the listing, which you can't see on your screen, this is each folder, right? This is the number 1 folder. There's number 3 folder, and this goes on and on, right? I mean, I got all kinds of folders. And let's get back home. And just what I have in the folders, you're looking at my book value. of 8,500 bucks. Well, I want to get this stuff cleaned out and flipped over, because if you come back to the top, 8,500, if we get back to the top, is half the value of everything I got here. There it is, right? At 16,000. That assumes that, of course, that I've recorded everything. So I'm going to get through these folders and albums and just flip them over and realign everything, because I don't need a whole lot of stock in coins like a 1931 in VG. Get them gone, get them moved out, because they're just going to sit here and pile up and pile up and pile up, and I have limited space, so it's time to make that change and get them gone. But prioritize things, and I can use that spreadsheet to tell me what's next, what's the first. Give me the top 100 items, and that hopefully will give me an edge. Go back to the scope. What is this one? We had 1929D is what it was, not 1930. I couldn't see it. 1931 there. 29D and fine. Maybe a little better. I'll have to refocus that camera. I find it gets warm, it doesn't quite focus as easily. I have an 1858 large letter Flying Eagle in good condition, says Melba. Keep them, they're nice. I didn't get one until I was 14. I paid, how much did I pay for that one? I think it might have been $5. I mean, it was a freaking fortune, you know, when you're 14. Yeah, this one probably jumps in at VF. What's that dot on his chin? Doo-doo. Just a speck of dust. You should bunch your dollar wheats in like dozens, grab bags. I find people want to fill their, they've got a book that they have at home, maybe an album, maybe a book, maybe a binder or something. They want specific dates. So I put them up as specific dates and let them go for it. I could do batches, and I've thought about it, but really, the customers, you give them what they want, and they want specific dates. And if you can do that, they'll come back for those expensive dates too. You'll be the first person they check with. I mean, if they're just getting lucky, you know, and getting a VF 1929D, that's great. I'm gonna look at the price on this, because it's probably a buck or two. Go to Wheats, 1929D, VF, 2 1/4. Okay, that's a $2 deal. But I want to get the stuff gone, and these folks, they know what they got. They know what they're missing. They got it right. It's right in front of them. It shows them you're missing. You know, you're missing this coin right here, and if you finish that one, that page is done. And they want to get this page or this line done, and then move back to the last one. So you put up them dates individually, and it grabs their attention. I have one, but it's a 1929 in good. You should bunch of them. All I can do is take notes. Oh, you can rewatch it. This will be up forever. That's really cool. Spreadsheet sounds like the way to go. The spreadsheet is very handy in some instances. When I get going on these dollar deals, it really, come on. Why did I even enter it in the sheet to begin with? Because then I got to take it off the sheet, and we're talking a dollar coin. How much am I making on that? It's not worth my time on the small stuff. So I want to get rid of the small stuff, and I want to deal with coins that are worth at least more than $1. These little things, they bog you down as you grow your little coin business. What do we got here? These 1956Ds, they're great when you're 12. I mean, geez, you're 12 years old, you pull one of these out of your pocket, it's nice. There you go. Especially when it's in good condition. But if you're trying to, you know, earn a living, the 1956Ds become an impediment. I mean, how many of these do you have to have before you say enough? And they're going to keep on coming in. I guarantee it. I got a sack of them over in that other room. I got to go through looking for buys and, you know, DD RPMs or whatever I can find. There's some DDRs on these. But hey, it's a decent weed. There's no problem with it. It's problem free. It's respectable, right? And there's a 12-year-old who would love to have this. But me, I've outgrown that grade and condition. So I want to revamp everything, change the way I got these organized, right? Get them out of the album so I can free up that room. And then, of course, I mean, we're talking, I got 1,000 of these things. I can put that into a better coin that I can, flip more readily. What do you got here? I know. What's this one? What's the one I'm looking for? That's not it. That's not it. Let me show you what we're talking about. Ooh, I think we're there. Okay, this will work. I want to get, instead of a pile of 1956Ds, I want to get bogged down with something like that, right? The Colombian $50. We got to switch over here. It's the whole thing is evolutionary. First you go with the small, low-grade weeds. Then you get into, higher grades. Then you get into, early S's or key dates. Then you get into the BUs. You go further back and higher up at all times. 1956s I've long since outgrown. I'd like to have 50 of these that I need to get out of here. Right now I got a couple of these that need to go home. So they'll find their forever home, I'm sure. And something like this, yeah, I'm going to make probably, $4 or $5. Whereas that 56D, I could sell 1,000 of them and not make $4 or $5. So these I've outgrown, and now I'm up at this level. But sometime I'll be at the level where I'm trading this sort of thing regularly. So there's your next stage. All right. Ooh. Always keep these in Ziplocs. Always have everybody's got a shining example. Or maybe I'm moving up to this level, which you can't see a darn thing. Focus, hocus, hocus. Why won't it focus? It's autofocus. It's not. Find out who invented the thing and club them to get to death with it. That's all I can say. Oh, the hell with it. I could chase that all night. But there's a progression. I mean, at some point, you're not dealing with low-grade weeds. At some point, you're not dealing with medium-grade weeds. You're only dealing in really superior quality coins, collective value, numismatic value, eye appeal, all of it. And just stick with it. That's what the whole thing's about. You develop along with your collection. So, well, if I could make it focus. The hell, shake it. Hit it with a hammer. Now will it focus? Barely. Come on down. Yeah, technology. I just don't care for it anymore. Move the can. I moved it. I shook it like a baby. I use a USB in the dark and it helps. Hey, that helps. Okay, there you go. But I love to have a stack of these sitting around. And I kind of have a few. These better dates, better grades. But let's pile these up like the 56Ds. Move out the little stuff because it's non-performing assets. And then use the money to get bigger stuff that you can then, flip over again. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll let you look at that for a bit. See, the other camera corrects for that brightness. Yeah, well, the hell with that. You can't see it. I can't see it. We'll just get off of that. Go back over here because I got more control over that. Scope. What's next? 1927S. You find these are hard to get in better grades. If you're picking them out of albums and stuff, VF, maybe an occasional XF. There's 13 people watching? Good Lord. That's got a big scratch on it for fine. That kind of kills it. Yeah, fine's about the best that's going to be. I'm not going to get much on that. Oh, Lord. Shake it like a baby. If baby gives you trouble, you just give them a good shake until they quiet down. Yep. I did it with all my kids. And they're all quiet. They've been quiet. They're staying quiet. It's the way I like them. Quiet. I should be selling what? Babies? So what I'm doing is moving out some low stuff so I can get more of the big stuff. Put some Ripple in the bottle. Yeah. We got some of that Ripple. We took some champagne and mixed it with Ripple and made some champipple. What do we got here? 1932. See, we jumped. Yeah, we jumped over the 30s and 31s. I must have sold those off. There's not too many of the Depression years either. What do you got? A 32 and fine. Yeah, and a few. That's kind of heavy on the contact marks. That's probably a dollar deal. DDO? No, I'm not seeing it. Let's look at close if you want to see it. This is how I look for DDOs. Now you can see it. Okay, backs of the letters are pretty much straight. Once you get to fine or below, die varieties get very difficult to detect. The bottom of the E looks right. The bottom of the R looks right. The U, it's even size all the way around. The T is the right shape and size. I think that's just a bit of contact to squish the 9. Yeah, also you can see it on the 2. This looks normal otherwise. Okay, nothing there. R in Liberty. I'm not seeing it. Where are you? Now it's just a little contact. When you get a lot of, like I say, once you get more into a certain point, it gets really hard to show these things because all the devices have had contact and wear, and they've been beat on with hammers and skipped along parking lots and skid along hallways. And that is, that's just a little bit of contact is all I'm seeing on that R. Nothing to see here, folks. Return to your homes. Yeah. Okay, what's a 32 and fine going for? 32. Fine, $1.84. Yeah, somebody grabbed that up for $1. Right? Somebody needs a 1932 decent, and we'll pay $1 for it. Yep, you're bouncing off them strippers. Them 25-cent strippers are the best. They get a little snotty when you throw quarters at them, though. What's this? Shut up. Oh, man, I got this tape on the cord from yesterday. Sticking to everything. Yeah, 1932 and fine. $1. Somebody will take it. That's why I take pictures of these things and they sell as fast as I can put them out. I'll sell 50 of the darn things. Well, geez, I'll buy the groceries for 2 weeks. Or I could buy, you know, a couple of $20 coins, and in a month, flip them over a few times. I can buy groceries for a month. So I like that idea. You throw ashtrays back. There's little bitches. We got here 32D. Unremarkable. Let's give it a swipe. Now this is the most you're gonna see me clean a coin. You get a coin that looks like this, you're not gonna screw it up by trying to wipe the grunge off. But I don't wipe it so many times that I burnish the darn thing. You don't want to polish the coin. I just want to give it a swipe to get the top layer of grime off of there. 32, fine with some contact marks. Fine with a couple of spots. Okay, how much? It's probably like $2, 32D in fine. 32D in fine, $1.38. That's got dollar deal written all over it. But if you figure I paid 47% a book, right? What's $1.38 times 0.47? It's going to take forever to load this calculator. Thanks, Windows. 1932D. Fine. Dollar deal. So if it's worth $1.48, you figure I probably paid about 65, 70 cents. Yeah, I recover that money, a little bit more. And I sell a bunch of them. Great. Now I can, now I can work with coins that are valued at, 15, 20, 30 bucks. And that's where you start getting into the range where you can make a $5 bill or a $10 bill or more. But I could sell 1 million of these things. I'm not going to make that much money. How much you're going to make on a 1933 in fine? Fine, a little better. A quarter? How hard would I have to work to make a living selling coins at a quarter profit? Okay, 1933 in fine. That's not it. 1933 in fine, $1.50. Okay, that's a dollar deal. You're killing yourself. You got to get bigger if you want to keep on going. These coins are great when you're 12. 1933. But at some point, they're not worth your time. I'm looking through nickels and learning from Ken at the same time. God love you, Sparrow. I'm learning stuff. How to shake him. To properly shake a baby, grasp him firmly about the neck. And just shake the hell out of him. Back in college, got really, really drunk one time. And, well, there's this girl down the hall. I was kind of hanging out real good, getting friendly with her roommate. And she had a Cabbage Patch doll. This is back in the day when Cabbage Patch dolls were all, the rage. It's a dollar deal. Well, I just tore out drunk and try to make my moves on this one girl. And I see the doll. And I see a belt. And for some reason, I put the belt around the neck of the doll. And I'm dragging it through the hallway of the dorm at 3 a.m. screaming, "Oh!" Pain at the moon. It's one of the few memories I have of the 80s. But it's a fond one. I'm 42 and I think they're fantastic. Babies or Cabbage Patch dolls? That's a true story. Yes, you can't make this stuff up. For hours, I experienced shame. Yeah, I mean, it was almost until noon of the next day that I experienced a bit of shame. But of course, I woke up at 10, so I'll be okay. I was intemperate in my youth. Boy, I had a great time though. 33 in fine. I think this might be an extra dollar here. 33D. Fine. $2.59. Am I really going to get to 59 cents? I can tell you for a fact I'll get $2. I'll get $2 fast. Am I out of flips? Nope. I get these things in larger and larger cases now. I get these, 2,000 at a time. So if you need the flips, these are the stiffies. Just let me know because I got these available. Usually I have a little thing right below here, which I can get back up. There they are. How many? 4 of them. You figure in. What are they? How much are they? 100 is $8. So half that many is $4. Yeah, 50 for $4. They're pretty handy. But I can fit up to 200 in a first class package. But with the supplies, I base it on the weight, and the weight goes up the more you add in coins. That's $3 shipping for everything. But when you add in supplies or rolls or albums or something heavy, sets, the shipping cost goes up. But I'll get with you. I'll keep you posted on what it is, what it's going to weigh. But let's see, 50 of them. No, 100 of these flips is 8 ounces. So we can get a pretty good idea pretty easily and pretty fast about what the shipping is going to be. I'm 42 and I think they're fantastic. It goes fast. I wonder if there's any fun left for me. Youth? Oh man, don't ever grow up. Take drugs if you need to. Just do whatever you can to not grow up. I get up in the morning and stuff hurts for no damn reason. What am I looking for? Oh, that's why. I see the home page. The home page is that camera. And the scope is this one. Oh, okay. I was lost, but I'm okay now. All right, we're back with a 36. Anytime you get a 36, is you give a good hard look at those dates. If it looks like calligraphy, you take an even harder look. And a lot of these 30s have double dates. We just found that 37 the other day. Okay, looks normal. Damn it. Nothing wrong with that. And you see, as they start getting forward after the Depression, you see these double dies take off in count, right? Before the Depression, there aren't that many. I mean, really hard to find double dies. You got them in 1909 because they made a bunch of them then. But it's not until after the Depression that's when you really want to focus on the double dies because they were making so many more pennies. Geez, they got an economy again. We can start making money, huh? So they made it. They made it in the mints like this. And it's the tools in the mint. You set the hub into a retainer and then use that to hub the die. And if that retainer gets worn, then the die is not going to be made. It's the way they tool the stuff that causes these double dies to form. So the more populous the minting, the more wear on these retaining tools, and that's where the double dies come in. So we didn't make that darn many before the Depression. Just let's face it, we had no economy. And after World War II, we get a booming economy, and that's when you really start to find a whole lot of stuff. But these 30s, yeah, check that date every time. What do you got here? VF. I can tell you right now, it's 50 cents. Yeah, that's VF. Let's look at it. 1936. VF, 35 cents. That goes to the book. What do I do with the book? But the number of coins produced has a strong correlation with the number of coins that are messed up, the number of double dies, because it's the tools. I have fun talking to you guys. Now that's in there crooked. Let's try it again. Yep. There, that's how many we got in there so far. You ready? Let's have a count. I can count and show you at the same time. Ooh, I can do it over here. Home. Let's mess with this thing again. Move the spares, move the toothpicks, move this, You get to a point, it's actually easier to count the empty holes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 17, 20, 22, 26, 30, 32, 34, 35, 38, 40, 43. We're getting there. Around 70, you got a decent little album. Oh, I'll keep working on that. What's this? What is this? So somebody grab that up. And at least I got a good start. 1929D. Didn't we have this earlier? I got them all over the place. And look at the back. VF. What did we decide on that? 1929D VF. That was a $2 deal, but did it make it into a holder? Well, here's the Colombian $50. No, that's right. I thought I might have put the Colombian in that. All right, make another holder. We'll figure something out. The coins that get everywhere so fast you can't keep track of it. It's almost like trying to herd cats sometimes. 1929D VF $2. I think that's when I was talking about shaking the baby. We lost some people. That's okay. We still got the good ones. We still got the best people. It's not quantity, but quality. And that's a $2 deal. Yeah. So we get all these, let's get into the right picture here. Home. So I got, this box is all the dollar deals, $1, $2. And there's got to be 100 of them in here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10. Some of those are $2. There's probably another 10. And you got all the ones that I folded. I've learned not to fold these. They work so much handier when they're upright. I can put a rubber band on them. I can line up in a box. So this stuff you learn. But these folded ones, you know, there's another, well, put a couple more in. It'll be 10. There's 30 probably. I'll get another 15, 20 in here right now. There's probably 10. All right. Look, you see the bottom of the box. Load them up. What do we got? 50 in there anyway. That's 50 to 70 bucks. There. I'll do this with them. Lay them flat. But this is a whole lot more manageable because I take out the coin, I get easy access to grab the next one, take the picture, put it back in, and by the time I go to take the next picture, that first one's already sold. But this will take a day to take all these photos. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, I'm going to use a bathroom real quick, so I'm going to give you guys, I think this might work if I press this, it's going to play an ad. Actually, I don't really know what's going to happen. Be right back. Did it work? Some of that dry crusty bread. Did an ad play, or did nothing happen? Hey, when you get a drainer, a big, never mind. No ad played? I got ripped off. What are you eating, and why didn't you share that with us? Good stuff, because I'm better. Get some of that French bread, you know, with all the stuff on it. It's probably the source of the doo-doo they get on the coins. You know, it's got the everything French bread. It's got onions and little poppy seeds and sesame seeds and stuff. I'll put some butter on there because I don't eat margarine. Alrighty. I got 4 more in this folder and it's empty. No ad played. Huh. I hate Google. They don't care about me. They don't care about my needs, my feelings. What's wrong with Google? I'm eating Cheetos. Yeah, you can always tell somebody eating Cheetos when you get their coins are all stained orange. Oh, I swear, I wear gloves. Look at this. You get orange 1909 here. Yeah, butter. Real butter. Look, another one. Right at a roll. What number is that? One's number 35. So now I'll go to my data, my spreadsheet, and just delete number 35. Yep. And people want those things, even used. They're still good for $10 because they're really cute little albums. What you got here? 1939 and VF. Unremarkable. Check that date. Check the date on all your 30s. I'm not sure VF is the, fine. Looking at the back. Let's see if I need some in here. Otherwise, I'll put that in the back. 39, I'll take it. I'll never get that image out of my head. What, the baby or the Cheetos on your coins? Real soft butter. If you just peed, do you want him handling your food? They taught us to wash our hands. And the next year they taught us not to pee on our hands. It was a whole lot better that way. Saved us the trouble of washing them. 1938 looks good. VF. And one of these, I think it's a 38D. It's a little bit better. Let's see, what are we at? 38. Not really. You got to get into AU for these to be something. 39D. Yeah, you need AU before it's $1.50. 38D is 50 cents. We'll fill this album right up. What is that? Hell, it's a 38 anyway. 30 cents. I'm not going to make no 30 cents on that penny. But I can get $20 on that folder. So in you go. Next, 35. And that is no better than fine. Other side. Well, that's better than fine. A little weak over there. Fine it is. That's fine plus. It's like F15. 35. Put it right here. Well, the 30s are great because they're not worth 5 cents. You know, I start picking up a folder with all the 34 to 40. It helps greatly. 37, real good. VF. I don't need a 37. That goes to the back. Is there a mint mark on that? No. Okay. Now, a lot of folks, you can take these and you can put together these groups. Was it Shelley talking about putting together groups of coins? Let's go to the home, wide, screenshot. Okay, these spreadsheets, you can set them up in various ways. And at the bottom, if you can see that, you'll have, as you can see right in here, you can have a sum. Now I can change that so I can average, a count, right, a maximum. So I can select a range of values, say these, right, and it will add them all up for me, $10.60. Or it'll give me the biggest number in there, 1, or the smallest number, 5. All right, so if I come back and have a look, let's get the dates and let's select, if I can see it. How come you're so far up? Oh, we want to have the bottom so you can see that. That's right, so 40. Okay, there's a 39s just about. And one more up. Good enough. Okay, 1934, right, to 1939S. Whoops, to 1939S. And we're going to give the sum, and all in VF. That says I should take those several coins, and they should be good for $7.15. Now, if I do the same thing, but they're in XF, 1934 to 39S. Is that right? Yep. Yeah, you're looking at $15. Just about twice the value for jumping from VF to XF. Kind of slick. So if I'm filling these books, I want to do it with VF anyway. But there's no problem keeping out the XFs or, you know, the AUs and offering a batch that way. Geez, it's not too bad. How many coins we got? If I hit the count, I get 17 coins, the 34 P and D all the way to 39 P, D, and S. 17 coins, and some 15, 16 bucks. It's that 34D is kind of a nicer date. But even if it did 35 to 39, you're still looking at a few bucks. You know, $10 bill for 35, 6, 7, 8, and 9 P, D, and S. That ain't too bad. I'll take a $10 bill. How many can I put together? A lot of $10 bills. I'll come over here to home. Don't go to the scope. I mean, how many $10 bills can you put together? And are they really paying $10? Yes. Yes, they are. Sometimes more. People need them. And it's not a want, it's a need. You need this stuff. But if you learn how to use the spreadsheets, you can quickly grab data and make decisions based on that data. They're pretty handy. There's software out there for free. I do not have it bookmarked. But if you can learn how to operate a spreadsheet, you can do better than a lot of people just because you have an advantage. I do it at work, and actually I went to some of the other supervisors to show them how to use the darn things. And they said, how do you know this? Well, because I take, you know, a little time here and there to learn something. I think you need to fall off the wagon. Now, spending money on coins. I used to do a lot of drinking back in the day, but all it did was get me in trouble with Cabbage Patch doll owners and cops. But that's a long time ago in another town. Okay, what are we at right now? We need another folder. Oh no, I got 3 more coins to look at. The 37, yeah, good shape, but I can't use it. It doesn't have the dollar mark. 1940, great shape. Do I need it? Nope. Next one, like 40D or something. 40S. It begs to be looked at. Let's have a look at that date. That mark looks clean. Yeah, you see what I'm looking at? The slope on the side of that O, that's just worn is all it is. And that's probably a roll machine. Okay, nothing to see here. Check his eyeball. When you get into the 40s, you check the eyeball. The 30s, you check the date. The 40s, you check that eyelid. You're looking for another eyelid. I'm gonna have to look at that. Nope, nothing to see here, folks. 40S, I don't need. We made it. We cleaned that one out. Good. I've been sober for 2 years. It's good, but boring. Man, I can't drink beer anymore. I'd open up a beer and I wake up on the couch, you know, and half the beer is sitting there on the coffee table. Why am I wasting my money? I'll get coffee. I can stay up and watch more TV. Well, get into the coins and let that, you know, spend the money on the coins and build a collection. It's a whole lot easier on your liver besides. I got to a point, I developed an ulcer. Now, part of it, you know, you're working in construction, you're going to get an ulcer. It's one of the rules. We're going to get this done right now. Come on. Come on, all you guys. But the drinking didn't help any. And it just kind of grew out of it after 20 years. Alrighty. So now a pound of coffee. I mean, it still gives me heartburn, but I don't get no ulcer out of it. That's working for me. One day at a time. That'll pass. Just keep doing what you're doing. Do your thing. Find something to distract you. Yeah. Like going through all these pennies. What do we got now? This one has no number. I know there's a few of these I have that never made it into the spreadsheet. Because, oh, do I have any? No. I might. I printed up a little form I could use when I check these things in. Oh, hell, I'll show it to you right here. It's right here on the spreadsheet, of course. The spreadsheet's really handy. I'm going to go over here, and I got screen. There you go. We'll go back to the spreadsheet. And where is it? Products, to do, pop, mail, fee, directions, coin related, price list, listing, no, set login. Okay, so I get a set would come in, and I print this up. Let me see if you can see what I can see. Okay, there we go. And I print this up and it comes out pretty good. I gotta move that down. Real simple. Date, grade. That's all you're gonna see on the printed document. Date and grade. But I got 3 columns on there. It all fits on a single page. Actually, it comes out about here would be the page cutoff would be. But I can quickly go through the set and record, you know, the date and whatever grade and just go down. Then with the coins over there on that table, I can turn around and enter this into the spreadsheet. But a lot of these, I filled in the form and it's handy, but I never put them into the spreadsheet. And I think this might be one of them. So we don't know what to, oh boy. I don't know how long I've had this. Yep. You ready? These are neat when you find these. Let me pull one out here. Okay. See, this is why I have to clean that table up. I don't know what's over there. And I find it, and sometimes it's good. Let's go home. Home. Now I'll put a piece of paper in there so we can see the holes. There's a lot of coins here. There's no SVDB, there's no S. I can live with that. No 14D or S. I can live with that. For some reason, there's no 1918. I'm not going to worry about that. But look, 11, 11D, 11S, 12 DNS, 13 DNS, 15 DNS. So far, so good. There's a few extra bucks in this one. And I didn't know it was there. What are we missing? 22, 20, 20S. Here's a 24D. Here's a 26S. Here's a 27S. Looks okay. What's in this batch? 31D and everything else. Well, that's good. That's good. This is a good problem to have. You know, having a lot of stuff that you don't know what it is, and a lot of it's got some value. This is probably a $200 set here with these early estimates in here. Life is good. I'll take it. I'm gonna move over. This is just my notes for the coming class. Yeah, we work it. There's a lot of dollar deals in this. If you had an issue with alcohol, please do not bring back. I can't find it. It's gone. You're welcome, Lemonhead. There is life after quitting. A better one, actually. Man, just grow out of it. Just think of it as grow out of it, and maybe you can. I know some people that just drank themselves to death. It's a damn shame you lose people. Grow out of it. There's much more out there. You know, find a good distraction, and coins works. You know, they get that AA. Well, drunks drink and alcoholics go to meetings. Oh, I pounded my share at booze. Let you grow out of it. Let's see what we got in here. Because I can't really see the quality of the coins. Scope. That's what I got the scope for, because I can't see nothing. 1909. Not much better than good. Let's look at the pack. Yeah, maybe very good. Oh, and it's a BDB. Good. BDB. The back is much better. But very good is all that's going to be. What's a 1909 BDB and very good go for? The spreadsheet says... Cancel. Whoops. Bear with me. 1909 BDB, very good. $7. Really? I could move that out the door for $5. I'll probably be happy. 1909. We'll put $7 on it and see what happens. But at $7, it goes into the big box, which I don't know where that is. I'll just put it right there. I used to drink a lot, and one day I just said more, and that was that I haven't had a drink for 5 years. Let's see, what year is this? I kind of faded out after I lost 2 really good friends of mine. I really cut it back, you know. I don't need it. Geez, look what the cost is. The one girl, she was 35, and her kidneys had shut down, then her liver. That was the end of her. 35, 36 years old. You know, she's married to Bob, and Bob kept on drinking. Now he was much. He was like 20 years her senior. That's not a very good 1910. It's got the scratch there. He and I we were pretty good friends. We worked in restaurants and such together. That's VF 1910. 86 cents. Let's see if I need it in the folder. Nope. Out to the back. Well, he ended up pretty much drinking himself to death. Especially after she died. He just gave up on living. He died 6 months later. Well, that kind of hits you, doesn't it? You start losing good friends. So I really cut it down after that. 1912, very good. But not much better. It's kind of rough surface, isn't it? Those are just grimy. little bit of both. But I got another friend still. He lives not too far from here. And we get together every now and again. First thing he does is whip out that bottle of Jack. Says, you got to do some shots. I can do about one nowadays. And geez, I just can't do anymore. I just can't do it. What do you do? That 1912 is a dollar deal. But now he's got the kid and all. The girlfriend doesn't want anything to do with him because he drinks every day. Yeah, but he's not an aggressive drunk. He never laid a finger on her. She just don't want to be around that stuff. Well, now he's got to pay child support, attorney fees, and everything else goes with all that. I mean, come on. They don't let up. It's a chick thing. 1909. The date looks right. Libby looks good. Not very good, it ain't. Very good and then some. Little rim ding. 1909, very good. How much? 1909, very good. $2.50. Yeah, that'll go at the door for $2. Oh, when you stick around the booze long enough, you start to see the dark side. Hey, it's a lot of fun. You know, you're 21, 22, 23 years old. You can go raise hell. I mean, all night. Get into trouble. Run faster than the cops. You know, I can't run faster than the cops nowadays. That's really the best reason to quit the drinking. Good Lord. And don't ever hit a cop in the head with a brick. It doesn't knock him out. It just pisses him off. And it's bad luck. What do you got here? 10S. Quite shiny. Color's okay. Well, it's very good plus. That's a fine reverse. But that's not a fine outburst. How's the color? I think it's been cleaned. Home. Of course, you can't see nothing here. I got no problem having a drink. I go see my sister, and we always raise hell. The last time I went and visited, I mean, we spent, you know, $300 on booze for Thanksgiving. I mean, we got white wine, red wine, had some sangria in there, had some ice wine, that really good apple stuff. That was good. We did finish that bottle up, but it was like a half a bottle. And we got the Chambord, we got the Balvenie. That coin has been cleaned, and it's going to be hard to show this. How can I show this better? How do I raise it up on something? Oh, that'll do it. Here's some flips. I should be able to raise it on that. I mean, you know, we spent some money on booze. Good Lord. I'm going to flip that around. And spend even more on groceries. I mean, she got the 2 kids, you know. I'm working for a contractor. I make pretty good money. I know I spent $1,500 on groceries just to make sure there's something in the house. We piled up cases of stuff down in the basement. And I left and called her up and said, did you see the basement yet? No. I'll go look. And she called me back 5 minutes later. She's all crying and shit. Yeah, I like to make her cry. It's funny. Okay, do you see the tone on this? How it kind of has this artificial glint, and it's clean. You know, a lot of debris in and around the letters and the devices. This coin has been cleaned, perhaps dipped in, you know, gasoline or I don't know what, but this coin has been cleaned. I think it's got that look to it. Okay, I'm looking at it over here. Yeah, I think this is a clean coin. I have to change the light. Yeah, that's cleaned. Maybe they threw in a tumbler or something. The 1910S. And what do we say? Fine? Let's go. Yeah, fine. So that goes to auction. And they will determine what the price on that is. I'll probably start it at $5. So anyway, she got good and tore up. I got a good buzz on, but we just ate and ate and ate and ate. Now I can cook, right? Because I get the diner there. I've been in restaurants for years, so Thanksgiving I did the cooking up at her place. We had a turkey, and did we do a whole turkey or just a breast? I think we just did a breast, because why bother with the freaking wings and drumsticks? You can't eat them. You can't. Don't give me a turkey drumstick. They got it's crap. You got too many bones and ligaments in there. It's not like a chicken. You got to work to eat one of those things. Well, let's face it, turkey, it's a dry, flavorless bird on a good day. The dark meat's okay, but you got to pick through it. Turkey ain't the best thing. Okay, yeah, it's tradition, but let's get something different. We had the turkey breast. We had a ham in there, and we, buried that in pineapple, and put a splash of booze in there. That's what the citron was for. Give it a nice, citrusy flavor. Had a pork roast in there, and had about a half of a prime rib. The oven was full. I'm thinking, the hell are we going to put these rolls? I got to get these rolls in somehow. We'll put that on top of the turkey. And, well, one side cooked a little hotter than the other. That's the way it goes. Put the legs in soup. That'll work. But we ate, and we got mashed potatoes and carrots and those little onions and the cream sauce my mother likes. We got, I don't know, 6 pies. That's what we do with Thanksgiving. We do pies. I mean, you got to have your pecan, you got to have your apple pie, you got to have a custard, pumpkin, minced meat if you can get it or make it. Either way, maybe a squash pie, just pie, blueberry pie. Gotta have it. Gotta have it. What are you doing having Thanksgiving? There ain't no blueberry pie on the table. That's blasphemous. Cook them in the ground for like. I got part of that chat is buried here. Let me move that over. Let me resize that window. There. Now I can see it all. Took me a few years after that to straighten up completely. Oh yeah. But what you do, you'll be okay. It's not the end of the world. But if all you're doing is drinking, Jesus, you could have a hell of a nice collection of coins. There's a 1911 with crap under it. I can tell you right now, that's not good enough to draw a premium. I want $1 or better. Very fine with crap. How much? 1911. Very fine. $20. Oh, that's the S. A 1911 very fine is $1.75. Get the hell out. Is that very fine? No, I'd say it's fine plus. That's not very fine. I get no separation in his jaw. Well, what's the fine go for? $1.25. Okay, dollar deal. But, it's not like the whole family got around and, let's just have a booze up. We talked and played games and played with the kids there. Because my sister's got all these kids. She's got like a whole house full of kids. You can't shake a baby without hitting a kid in that house. 1911 F plus dollar deal. Man, she got a lot of kids. Some of them have the same father. Mincemeat pie is hard to get nowadays. Oh no, not in Maine. In Maine, it's easy. Hey man, you got some? You get your deer? Did you get your? Good, you did. All right. And you got your mincemeat right there. You learn how to dress a deer, you get all kinds of mincemeat. Because some of those folks, they just don't want to dress the darn things anymore. 1911D with some pretty big laminations going on. And big gouge That poor fellow's had his throat cut. Yeah, good, very good. What's that doo-doo in the back? That's tape on the back. All right, I'll put that over here. I'll get back to it later. No, mincemeat, it's the way the meat is treated. It's sweetened. Raisins, brown sugar, molasses. And of course, it's finely minced. It's a decent S. Yeah, but like that 10, it's been cleaned. Okay, what do we got? I'm looking at very good, I think. Whoa! Yeah, that was too bad. That'd be very good if it weren't for this. 11S, very good, cleaned and scratched. It's a cull, it's a filler. It's probably still good for 10 bucks. Let's see, very good. Cleaned and scratched. And we'll put that to auction. Are they fermented? No, it's closer to a pickling. It's a sweetening process is what it is. It's quite delicious and aromatic. It's all the stuff that goes in. Get one. They're tasty. The store-bought mincemeat is nothing. Has nothing in common with down east mincemeat made the old-fashioned way. But it can be tasty. But some states have a problem selling deer meat in stores because it's a game animal. Well, now with them. Go find somebody and say, hey man, you get your deer and find a recipe and make your own mincemeat. You won't regret it. It's tasty. So we did the pies. We've always done. Now one time, my Uncle Jimmy, he comes over after, we've all had our meal. My mother took my grandmother home and Jimmy come over. Now Jimmy's a freak, okay? He's that guy you parade in front of everybody else. I mean, the guy is just out of his freaking mind most of the time. He is nuts. You swear he had too much of that LSD back in the 70s. Jimmy's a goddamn idiot. My father will say that. What do you think of Jimmy? He's a goddamn idiot. Well, Jimmy come over. He missed dinner. But come on, he's family. He's welcome to stay for Thanksgiving and have some dinner. Let's get some leftovers. We got a refrigerator full of food. It's not a problem. And you rummage around, get some stuff out. Heated. There you go, Jimmy. Not a problem at all. Well, he ate, and Jimmy eats. I mean, he goes in an all-you-can-eat buffet, and they say, sir, you have to leave. You can't stay here and eat anymore. It's all you can eat, and they can serve 5,000 people, but this guy ate so darn much. Sir, you have to go. How much do you got to eat? I think he pulled the chair up to the buffet line, this guy. I mean, he really is a friggin' idiot. But he went the leftovers for a while, and then he went through the fridge looking for pie. And my mother had taken a mincemeat pie and put it in the bottom drawer, in the back of the drawer, with like some bread on top or something. So we find that he had it really hot, because she was looking forward to a slice of that when she got home from taking my grandmother home. Well, we're very good. Higher grade, very good on the 1912D. That's about a $5 bill probably. Well, he got into that pie, and that motherfucker ate that whole thing. My mother comes home while he's licking the pan. Oh man, he never was invited over again. She let him have it. You son of a bitch! You ate my bitch meat! Poor fella. I almost felt bad for him. I got a 1912D, and very good. All right. How much price on that? That's one of those family stories you hear about. I mean, the guy ate a whole pot, not one slice had been taken out of it. I like the custard, the lemon meringue, and the apple and blueberry. I like the berries, but I really like the custard pies. But nobody had, tore into that mincemeat, and he ate a whole pie. I mean, a whole pie. It's a regular 9-inch pie. He eats the whole damn thing. And mincemeat, it's a rich pie. It didn't stop him for nothing. The guy's a freak, I tell you. 1912D. What the hell is it? And very good, $7.48. Yeah, that'll go. Not too bad for a out of no place set. I couldn't tell you what I paid for this. But those few holes that are missing, I bet you they had some others in there. If I get a 14D out of this one, that'll work. Yeah, I mean, how much do you got to eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet to get thrown to the place, thrown out for eating too much? He must have been there for 4 or 5 hours, just shoveling it in. That's what he does. All right, his stomach doesn't let him know that he's full, so he picked up a bit of weight. Kind of looks like, you ever see that movie, The Blob? Yeah, he's a bit of a blob, but he is an idiot. Well, there's nothing you can do about that. They're family. You put up with them. You pull them out and parade them in front of other people. So this is our freak. 1920S, and it's not clean on this 12S, but it is. Wow, well, that says very good on that side. And that says barely very good on this side. I got a couple of lines. And I got the start of an ear. That's good plus. I can't go any better than good plus. Where's JC? JC Will has just come on in. About time. We've been looking for you. All the people have been saying, where's that JC Will? 1912S. And good. That's probably like 12 bucks of this. 1912S. Good. 17 and a quarter. Well, that's not too bad. See, this one hasn't been picked clean yet. Well, good. I wonder what else is in there. I think we ought to just go for those bigger dates first. But I want to flip these over, get them rotated because I'm not using them. What's this one? 1913S. In good. Yeah, room's pretty crisp and clear. What do we got in the back? This is a little weak on this side. Very weak on that side. All right, split grade, because that's good, about good. But I got some color in here. I don't know what to think about. Yeah, all right. So when I get good, about good, I'll put it to auction. And let's see, what do we got? 13S. And about good. I'll start that auction about $6, $7. Will it get 10? Maybe. I doubt it'll get 11. 1913S. You know, I got CFA. I got to get some coins to him so I can get a T-shirt. He needs some key dates, some better dates. Okay, I got good obverse, about good reverse. I'll do a starting bid of $6. Yeah. Yeah, I can take these and get that T-shirt. Because, well, you know, I can promote these other sites that people, you know, people have their channels. I can promote those. Like I got Clash's pick here somewhere. Is that it? There. There's Clash's guitar pick. You can see that. There you go. And keep that pretty. There's Clash Guitars on YouTube. And look, he signed it. Now I actually checked this for a, you know, for doubling, and I didn't see any. But that's a signature? Really? Does that look like a signature to you? Maybe it's upside down. No? Because that's a smiley face up the other side. Well, look, I can't read my signature either, huh? So that's a Clash guitar pick. But I want to collect something from, you know, each of these channels that has something collectible. I got to get a coin op T-shirt. You know, I've already got the copper round from my channel. That's a must-have. I got a guitar pick. What else do I got to get? I'll keep looking around. Oh, CFA T-shirt. That's next on my list. Yeah. I mean, but these are regular, decent folks. Yours in the mail? Good. Get them all. Where are we here? I go to the scope. But he needs some, trying to work on a collection. I wonder if he got a 13S. See, I don't have his list of what he needs. Maybe he needs a 13S. I got that 12S. What do you think, a 12 and a 13S? We'll see. Maybe he's watching. I'm going to go play with mine. You ding-a-ling? You own ding-a-ling, you own ding-a-ling. 1913. Well, the shape is great, but what's up with that darkness? That's your black penny. Whoa. That is the detail. Well, that's just shot out, isn't it? Huh. And that's VF Plus here. But there is no back. It's caked up. What is going on? Yeah, that's ruined. Let's have a look up real close. Can you even make out any detail here? Yeah, it's there. There's the O in one. There's a wheat line, and they're full. But it's like it's totally caked on with crap. That's frig, man. It's really like concrete. You know, they built that Hoover Dam and all the Tennessee dams and works, Tennessee Power Authority, and then you got just all the concrete stuff, the Grand Coulee, all that stuff. So there's been a lot of concrete work over the years, and it's not impossible to think that some guy who was dressing up some concrete slab, in Vegas in 1950, spent this penny and got some crap from his finger onto it. And where has this thing been? I tell you where it's going. It's going to the back table. Next. Don't get hung up on the funky pennies. Move right on. 13D. Because in its current state, that doesn't have any value. What do we got here? Those are laminations. See how they're in a parallel lines? So it's not damage. 13D, and it's very good. Maybe fine, but I'd say it's closer to very good plus. And the back says, very good fine. 13D is probably $5 with my stuff. 13D, very good, $3. In fine, $4.60. That'll be out the door at $3. Yeah. That is weak. Oh my God, yes. D over D. On a 13, I'd have to look up and see if there is a 13D over D. Let's zoom in and have a look. But just because it's not listed doesn't mean it doesn't exist. No, that's just a bit of damage is all right there. I mean, look at the rest of the coin. You look at the whole coin to understand what's going on. You see these letters, they're kind of beat up. They're not ruined. That's a lamination for sure. And you can see that extends right through. And there's another spot here. There it is. That's a lamination. It's peeling. But the old girl here, the old coin, has been through some, been to the back a few times. Barely have an ear. So it's believable that that's contact marks on the bottom of the D and the back of the D. We could zoom in closer if you want more confirmation, but I'm not hopeful for anything but contact marks. And here, when you get real down into it, give it a little tilt. and refocus on the coin after a little tilt. See how the thickness of the D, the thickness of the letter itself along the bottom changes. It's not a steady distance. It gets kind of narrow over it. Let me look at that. Right up here, it's a little bit more narrow. Whereas right here, it's a little bit wider. Well, that should be more consistent around that curve. And if it's not consistent, well, the chances are it's contact rather than doubling. And once you get below fine or so, it's really tough to make that call. So I'm going to just call that a little contact mark and move on, because this thing is well past fine. Well, it's a little bit past fine. I'm going to call it very good. Here, it's a better very good, but that's not quite fine. What's the date? 1913 D. Very good plus. Yep, $3. That'll work. I've always thought that the older coins is mixes of oils in them because of pits and on your hands you've got organic compounds or organic solvents, organic acids, and you can take a coin that's 100% copper and it'll pit even worse than these partial zinc alloys. Not much is going to hold up to the grime on your hands because of the nature of the compounds. You're talking, multi-chain hydrocarbon complexes. Amino acids are in there. It's everything, and there's proteins. And these coins are under attack. It's not a simple thing. Grease on your hands. It's not a simple thing. These are complex compounds. And when they combine with everything else that's on that coin, geez, we're lucky they survive 100 years. Geez, we're at 5 o'clock. We've been going for 2.5 hours already. We got more to go. I bet you this is where I got that 1914 D, the one that was cleaned. Pull that out and just throw the rest of the setup on a shelf. Okay, 1914, good. Where are you? Yeah, that's about right. A little scratchy. I can get away with a little bit of a scratch on a 1914 and good. Let's see if we clean it up at all. And it's got crap on it. This one's a cull. And how much price on that? 1914, good, 40 cents. But with the scratch, it's a quarter. Let's look at that little folder. So we'll get a 14 in there. 12, 13, I got a 14. All right, there's nothing on that one to find. All right, 1915. Here's a dollar deal already. We know that. 1915. Well, not quite good. A little bit better. I get a little bit of chin. This has been in. Whoops. This has probably been inside this folder for a while. Because over time, these organic compounds in your hands, they oxidize on the coin, so you get this little layer on it. And if you wipe it off with a soft cloth, it'll come right off, and you get a better view of the coin. 1915, date looks right. Good plus. The back says good. There it is, 1915 good. That's probably a buck or two all by itself. 1915. Good, $1.09. That's a dollar deal. You just take the dollar deals. You put together the best part of a decent set. Some of these. I've always thought that the older coins has mixed or oils in them that cause the pits and gringe. Yeah, it can. It probably does. But you do have other things in there. Back in the day, you had a lot of lamination errors. because the copper alloys weren't as, you know, clean and crisp and pure and weren't as well mixed. Okay, this is a good one for me to show you what I'm talking about. See the clean, soft cotton cloth. I'll go across the top of his head here. I'm just going to drag that across slowly. All right, and I'll do it twice because there's plenty more to get. You see the difference a day makes from the top to the bottom. On the bottom, you get the oxidized junk, and on the top, you know, you get a lot of clean gone from there. If I can see it on this, well, barely. I doubt we'll be able to see it in good light. Nah, you know, you see that. Just a little bit of grime on the cloth now. True, I found what looks to be condensational droplets that are LOL and grunge. Oil. Yeah, but the oil's oxidized. And when you get rid of that, you're going to have a pretty coin. I just drag it across once or twice. No more than that, because even a soft cotton cloth can polish the coin. And we don't want to do that. There you go. Let's take it out on one side. And you can see the difference that makes. All right, left wheat, dark and dull. Right wheat, you can see the darn thing. So now I'll get that other side. I get the bottom. So I'll get a quarter of this has not been wiped off. And it makes a big difference in the appearance of the coin. I'll finish it here. Now a lot of times you get that sticky in some of these old folders, and so you have lines on the back of your coin. 1915D and very good. I didn't even look at the wheats over here. I get a little bit of lines, uneven wear, so no berries, lots of berries. 15D, very good. And I know that's a dollar deal. Let me look at price up here. 15D, very good, $2. Somebody have a nice little set with that. But that's about as much as I'm going to do as far as cleaning the coin. That little bit of surface grime, I'll put it up that way. That comes off easy. And if you got a soft cloth, it'll just wipe right off. Did that with a 1909 S I'd found one time. I ordered it online and gave it just a little wipe, and 3 letters appeared on the back. I was loving it. I kept that for a year and a half and sold it for good money. That's the most I've made on a single coin, over 500. Yep, I'm going to take a break. Here, who's in here? We got 11 people watching. JC just joined us. Lemonhead, is you still around? Look down here. Yeah, it's a steady crowd. Pretty much 9, 10, 11. 8 to several. But the chat has stopped. Everybody's quieted down. What are we doing? You going to bed, you just running it in the background? Everybody in the shower getting ready to work? I'm here. Yep, had a tinkle. Yeah, we all have to tinkle sometime in our lives. I should be in bed, you're right. And Shelly's still around. Yeah, get rid of the stuff that's not doing you any good. You got piles. Everybody has piles of coins. And they just sit and accumulate. Well, if you move them out the door, sell them off, and then buy more coins. That's the fun part. That's what kind of got me started when I first started to sell. Geez, I don't need these. If I can sell these, I can get that, you know, that 1922D I've always wanted. It worked out great because I went and got one. You know, if I sell these, I can go get that 1931S. So now we got a 31S, and I worked that whole My first big set was a Whitman album, and I had them BU back until, I don't know, 24, 23, almost entirely BU. Brilliant insert, nice shine red ones. But I still didn't have the 31Fs. The 22D wasn't very good. Never had a 22P, but you don't count that because that's that's an error. That's a die variety. It's not a straight business from one coin. Heard some D on the 32D, $1/4 washed off. Oh yeah, sometimes you'll do that. You scrape a letter off of one coin and you weld it or glue it onto another one. Geez, now you're suddenly in 1938. Walker is a 38D with 400,000 mintage. Great, I can sell that for $50 instead of $5. That's why you check the teens real hard too. I've seen these on eBay. You can see some of my other videos. It's a fake 1914D or a fake 1909S. They peel off a different mint mark. The 1928 large mint mark seems to be favored because it's easy to work with because it's larger, but it stands out like a sore thumb on a 1909S. That's fake as could be. And there's cast copies out there. I've seen several. Several coins all have the same die varieties or the die mark. It's like a big chip beside a wheat ear, and this is over several dates, all early S mints, and they're all the same. 1910S, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the S's have the same S, and it's wrong, and the same die markers. I've seen that before. Okay, PV, I got a 72D that is 1.5 grams. Versus normal, reverse is blank, and it's about this thin. What do you have? You have a coin that's been ground down. I've got a couple of these. Sorry, you're not rich. The coin is damaged. It is ruined. It doesn't even have novelty value. Damaged coins have no value. And don't ever promote a damaged coin as being valuable because it just gets other people going out there. It doesn't have to have tooling marks. You spend it, it's going to wear down. Maybe it used to have tooling marks, but it doesn't have them now. Yeah, it's paper thin. I mean, it's like a picture of a penny. Yeah, that's been sanded, ground, or otherwise altered. You can't get a penny this thin minted between two dies and expect one side to have plenty of detail and the other side to be blank. No such thing coming out of a mint. It must be man-made or man-altered. Jewelry coins lose value, yeah. No, it wouldn't be blank die. It's got a date on one side. And dies don't get made blank. That would be a massive error. But there's a process when you make the die. They have to be sized. And pretty much they're immediately polished and hubbed. It's one big process. Yeah. No such thing as a blank die, because otherwise, where are all these other one-sided thin planchet coins? You get a 13B nickel? Oh, they're out there. I have some stuff. I don't share that stuff. I share the public stuff. I don't need people kicking the door in saying, "Where's the stuff?" I share some of the stuff like the 1914D and the big shiny 2-center. The crazy stuff that mint guys do, like dropping a nail into the PCGS and getting that certified. I'm wearing out, guys. Yeah, I got some neat stuff. Some double dies. Got the 41 number 5. I just found a 55S RPM, which is pretty neat. Got that 72 in pocket change. I was at 37 just the other day. I got a 1911S with an RPM. It's a peach. I tried selling a couple of times, but nobody wants to spend $100, and it ain't going for less. because there aren't too many of those babies. I can tell you that. Yeah, I got some neat die varieties. I don't do the errors so much. I'm more of a die variety kind of guy. Yeah, no, that's okay. I got guns within reach, and they come in the door. I'm going to waste them. And when the cops get here, I say, he was reaching for one of my guns. Okay? Because no matter where he is, he's within reach, and so am I. And I know which ones work right. I got one that you verifies. I'm waiting for it. It'll get here soon enough. I got 2 packages coming on eBay that, I mean, they've been shipping for 9 and 10 days already. I'm getting kind of pissed about it. Where's my shit? You know, I ship stuff that's there in 2 days. 11S? Oh, yeah, that. He's got a Dacone has an 11S RPM number 2. I got the same one. There aren't many out there. The RPM number 1 is a little more prominent, but the number 2, nobody takes notice of it because it's not in the Cherry Picker's Guide. But they're out there, but not too many. They're falling by the wayside. I like to get these. One reason I like to get these, you know, these sets. People assemble them usually with care, at least a degree of consciousness when they put it together. And well, you can get a lot of different stuff in there. They're usually a little bit better grade. They're not too screwed up, except for the, you know, the early estimates. And I find a lot of RPMs and double dies. I've got several 34s and 34Ds for some reason. They just seem to be a rather popular one. But I find all kinds of stuff. I got 28S double dice, RPM, excuse me, somewhere. I think it's number 29. Where's number 29? Well, that's at the bottom of the stack. But I got one of these little books, well, 3 of them actually. They're nothing but varieties. RPMs, DDOs, DDRs, die chips, cracks, whatever I can get. Laminations. I mean, you got some of these years that don't have any RPMs and they don't have any DDOs or DDRs, but there's always laminations and woodies and die cracks available. So there's no end to what you can find. I got a couple of off centers, all kinds of DDRs. Nobody looks at those. Nobody. And yeah, you can get $1 for them, and you can find 10 of them in a box of pennies. People pull out them wheats, they get 50 cents, they're screaming up and down, saying, all right, but they're throwing the other $20 in that box back to the bank. And then they go through 20 more boxes. They'll find another 50 cents a box. So they end up, after 20 boxes, they get $10 worth of coins. And if you took the time and went through 1 box solidly, it'll take the same amount of time and you get 20 or 30 bucks. You're throwing the money back to the bank. Stop doing that. You know, I see them go through the $50 there. They holler, but they're not looking at the die variety as far as I can tell, at least not on air. It's a slow process. You see, I've got through what, 50, maybe 60 cents here in 3 hours. It's a slow process, but that's where the money is. And you make better money per hour if you figure it up that way. It's still pretty miserable money per hour, but it's, you know, it's a hobby. It doesn't really matter the money per hour. But if you want to make a living, it's a good way to get a start. So, you come up with $50, you can do it. You know, you need $50. You can go through enough pennies, and you can find things out of there, and they cost you face value. And you turn around and sell them for $2, $5, $10. You know, and get 10 of them and sell them for $10 a piece, or $10 of the whole thing. And yeah, people do this all the time. You'll see in the Coin Up Facebook group, people put up these minor double dies. Grab them. They're pretty handy. I grab some up and I give them away for the coin class or whatever. And they're nifty. They have novelty value more than anything else, and they sell for $1. And you'll see it all the time. They put up 20 of them, sell them. I get bids of $20, $25. And I don't know about you, but $20 is $20. I can buy a carton of smokes for that. I got a cool one that has 1 black spot. Looks like a mustache. Yeah, a little shapen stash. Stridulations. You lost me. Striations? Nope, I don't understand what you're saying on that one. Yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of petering out here. I'm going to goof off, I think. Probably get some coffee. Finish my smoke, relax. Get some more coffee. Strategems. Striations. Stridulations. Strategies? I think autocorrect is screwing you up. I'm going to take a break and get some coffee because this cup is empty. I'll be back in a minute. Gonna stop talking and move around a little. I got coffee. Stratations. Gestations. Striations. It's got to be striations. How about lines? Try a different word. Variegations. Yes, yes. All right. Yeah, it's an alloy mix. It's a woody. The Temptations. Now we're getting strange. Yeah, we're getting tired. I'm going to probably call it because we've been going for 3 hours. It's 5:19. You guys kept me up till, what, 6 something, maybe 7 yesterday. Had to sleep part of the day. I meant to go cut that tree down some. Work on that some more. Alrighty. Let's call it good tonight, guys. Thanks for coming in. People are kind of quieting down. But there's a dozen people here still. Yeah, I've had enough for now. I've talked and talked. Somebody else take a turn. Who wants to do the early show? We'll go from there. Daytimes, if you want to live stream, daytimes are wide open. I'm going to move into prime time probably with the big show because it will work. It'll be an effective way to promote that. And I'll probably do move the Midnight Madness to prime time because there's a big audience. So when everybody's online, you know, the kids are in bed, you know, go for it. I'm thinking 9, 10 o'clock, somewhere like that. I can't figure out how to stream. Get OBS software, set it to private, and just start streaming. Just practice. Yeah, there's a learning curve to it. You got to press the buttons and make it work right. Set it up. You go to YouTube and you got the Creator Studio. You get the live stream in there. So you set that up, and you're ready. Then you load up your OBS, and you press Start Streaming. Wait for the little green light to show up. Lines, yeah. But if you want to start streaming, good Lord, it's, you know, you can fill up big parts of the day. OBS, what is OBS? Is the software. Let me show this here. Home screen. This is OBS. If you can see it. Kinda. I'll have to move that around. So it's the streaming software. It's what encodes the video. So I got this camera and I got these other 2 cameras set up, and it's the encoder which encrypts the data from the video and the sound and whatever else is set up. Like I got a slideshow here, and I got this camera over there, and I got the got the text right here, right? And it's the encoder that takes all this stuff that you see and sends it up to be streamed. Sends it to YouTube in a format that they can then duplicate easily. And it's just data splitting after that. But that is, go back to the screen. You get the little controls down here. Once you get into YouTube, you hit that button. Well, it does. If I'm not streaming, it would say start streaming, just like it says start recording. So you can record with this, and I've done videos using this, and then I get, you know, a nice tidy little file, which I then upload, or I can live stream. And you get settings, and pretty much right out of the box, you don't have to frig with that. Just hit the start streaming. Now on YouTube, let's see, how do I get to there? Move that. Here we go. On YouTube, you've got Creator Studio, right? So you get in there on your own. If you don't have a YouTube channel, well, you're logged in somehow. So just create it. I think you got to have 100 people, 100 subscribers before you can live stream. Then you go down, hit the live stream tab, and this opens up. And I'm going to, you know, fill in the information down here. Oh, I'm screwing this up. You know, this is the title. There's all the other stuff in here. We got links and crap. Here you go. No, I can't point on there. I can move it around. No, I can't move it around. Why can't I do anything? You know, there's links in the details, hanging out, talking coins. And you can set it here to privacy. Right now it's public, so everybody can watch. But you can set it to private if you just want to practice. That way you don't, you know, look foolish. You just set it to private. And this stuff, you're going to use this section right here, the stream key. You're going to use that once when you set up OBS, which will be in here in the settings. It's the only thing you really have to bother with. And that's about it. Now in the OBS, how you set up your screen, because I got the home where I got 4 parts. I got, how can I show that? Okay, I got the text. I got the one camera, which is video capture device number 3. And there's this one, which is video capture device number 1. And I got down below, which is image slideshow. And you can't see this, can you? All right, there we go. And that's what this stuff is. Screen. So I can't say your home because I got it. Yeah. All right. So I got a video capture device, and that's this. Then I got the display capture, and that captures the screen, and I can resize that as need be. And you'll see it over there, kind of changing its shape and stuff. But I can move it around. I can move this off to the side. You can see more on this other page. There, I can scroll it so you can see different things. I can show you all kinds of stuff. I can show it to you on a camera. I can show it to you on a recording. I can show you to on the screen. I can open up just one piece of software and capture that window and show it. But for the most part, just, you know, point the camera and shoot and start recording and start streaming. There are no directions. A lot of times you just have to figure it out yourself. Let's go back to the scope. Yeah. Seriously, don't be afraid of failing, because if you always ask yourself, what if I fail? Then you won't ever start. And that's the worst thing. I mean, making the attempt a lot of times is all it takes to succeed. You might not have a great success, but if you don't make the attempt, you're going to have a great failure. So try it. Jesus, just try it. So many people are afraid to try it because they're afraid to fail. I have failed on so many things, it would boggle you. How do I survive still? How did I make it to 50? As many failures as I've had. Good Lord. The diner, the candy company, the window cleaning, life insurance sales, all of it. Just complete failure. But I'm doing okay with the coins. That's been around for a while. But if you don't try, I can guarantee you won't succeed. Guaranteed. You will have a mediocre existence at best. And if you don't try, I got no interest in talking to you. You'll be one of those people that never tried. Needs coffee. Get some coffee. I mean, geez, I've worked with a lot of guys, and getting them to try something new. I've done a lot of work for a contractor. We go from, plant to plant, doing different jobs, and a lot of these jobs, you never done before. Today we're going to reseal the roof of an acid containment vessel, but we're just doing the roof. So we're going to spray some coal tar resin on that. Now, I've never done that before. How do you do it? Well, you watch the guy who's already done it. He says, oh, it's easy. You pour it in there, and you spray. Then you watch what else he does. He covers himself completely. I mean, completely. Whatever's available. Cloth, paper, these little suits we got, duct tape. Cover himself completely. Because when he comes out of there after spraying, he's totally covered with this coal tar. You watch by imitating other people. You get a lot of subtle hints. Like I say, press the start recording button. That's it. That's all you got to do. You'll learn the rest. But until you hit that start recording or start streaming, you're not going to learn a thing. So load the software, get it running, figure it out. You muddle through it. That's how we all do it. You think I could figure this out? I made up as I go. What's this button do? What's in here? I mean, you can figure stuff out. You figured out how to get onto, YouTube and chat. Well, this little software, this OBS, it's not a secret. We're not trying to hide something from you. Just, press the button, see what it does. You get on YouTube. I don't know where, but if you go to, let's go home. Nope, go to the screen. All right, there you go. See the live streaming? You got your own YouTube channel. You hit the Creator Studio part, and you go to live streaming, and it should show you. It should give you a list if you haven't live streamed of the software, and choose OBS. Right? You click where it says OBS, and it'll take you to another window where you can download it. Right? And pretty much you just click that, and it'll download itself. Then you look on your computer and find the darn thing, and that should be. Oh, let's see. Look up here and where it says downloads. Let me see if you can see what there you go. You get to desktop and you got downloads. Go in there and look. What's mine got in there? All kinds of pictures of pennies. There you go. It's right here. Right here it is. OBS Studio installer. And you click on that, it installs itself. It puts a little icon. You've installed software before if you're using Chrome or Netscape or a browser. You've done this sort of thing. So it's nothing new. There it is, right there, OBS software. Load up and try it. Because if you don't try it, ain't nothing going to happen. It didn't give me OBS. Then there's a thing called Google, and here you have to do the work yourself. I can't do this for you. Go to Google, type in OBS. Go from there. I have to go to bed. Thanks again. Me too. I'm dying over here. Yeah, but OBS is out there. You can make it work. You can muddle through. That's what everybody else does. Most of the time, the person who did it before you muddled through. Maybe he got better. Maybe he's still muddling. You can easily catch up and surpass him. There's no secrets out there. We're not hiding anything. But you can do a lot. Maybe you can really contribute to the community. Because these are a group of people. You see these names, Sparrow and JC and Shelly and Lemonhead. You see all these other people. Who else is around talking? I think it's most of them. Frank, Coin Dragon was on earlier. You get to know them. You build a rapport. And sometimes you can really bring something more to the community. And Ryan. See, it's not Dacone 710, it's Ryan Madison to me. You get to know these people. I'm pretty green. It's all right. Everybody's green. First, before you did it the first time, you never done it. So there's somebody before you who's done it, and there was a time that they hadn't done it. Well, don't be the one saying, I can't do it because I've never done it before. I was in New York, 8 years ago or so. And the guy over the hill, he's an Amish fellow. He's a character, a real piece of work. And they got these horses. God, these draft horses are immense. They're big, beautiful horses, well-mannered, polite. They say please and thank you. But they got a new horse, and they're coming over to plow our field, right? And they got the new horse in between the two old horses. So the two old horses, they're doing what they're told. The one in the middle, the new one, is going with them. Whatever these two horses on the outside are told, that new one's going to do until he learns, right? And this is how people learn as well. Meanwhile, the one in the middle, he's pulling just as hard as the other two because they're all trained together. So you can get work out of them and train them and teach them. But you gotta get out there and make the attempt. I mean, if you left a new horse back in the barn, he wouldn't learn a darn thing. So anyway, I'm talking to the kid because the 12-year-old kid's going to plow this field. And we got a 600 long and 100 foot wide going to be plowed. Took all day. And he shows up with these magnificent horses. And I said to him, man, you don't see a horse like that every day. The kid says, well, yeah, we got to feed him. Well, I suppose he's right. I didn't see a horse like that every day, but he sure did. They had 5 of these magnificent horses. 5 of them. He had a big plot I was looking at from the top of a hill. He's got them, and they got a harrow is what they're doing. The harrow was it was like a whole bunch of wheels that just breaks up the soil because it was pretty heavy clay soil, so you needed to break it up. Kind of like a 18th century rototiller, except it doesn't till; it just drives through and crunches them up. It's kind of like disking. But that was a fascinating thing watching these 5 horses. I mean, you're plowing or harrowing a section 12 foot wide, 10 to 12 feet wide. These horses just go up the field and turn and come back, and go up the field and turn and come back all day long. Lunchtime, kid goes on break. He goes get some lunch and he lets the horses go to pasture and they eat. That works great. Coin collectors want to sell what they have. Yeah, and then get better coins. I buy and sell stuff, so I'm always finding new stuff. Right, I get to go through Mercury dimes. Right, here's a 1916. I get to look at those for a while. Or I get to look at these Colombian half dollars, 1892s. Right, and I get to, what's that one? This is in the wrong place. It's a 1932D. In fine. That goes in the dollar box. I get to look at, this week, I get to look at a couple of Morgans. There she is. Probably show it better off over here. But I buy the coins and I flip them over. So for a little while, I get to enjoy something like this. Well, like this camera's going to show up. Great. You ever had one of these? Get one. This week I'm enjoying the company of, let's see, an 1809 half cent. I'm going to have to take this one out. Let's put that under the little one. Scope. If I can find it, what the hell's going on here? Scope. There it is. This week I'm enjoying the company of an 1809 half cent. Okay, it's in fine shape. Get a little, no. Yeah, that's 1809. Oh, it's the other one has the older ones have a fraction on the bottom. But here you go. Have you seen one of these? Have you ever had one of these? Looked at it and admired it. I'll see 10 of these this week. But watch this. You get to learn stuff about these as you get them in, you look at them, and you learn stuff. Let me 1809 has one variety where it's an over date, where in some catalogs listed as 1809/6, which is wrong. It's actually an inverted 9, because back in the day, the dates were punched into the dies, much like the mint marks were done many years later. And here you can see, how can I point? I don't have a pointer for that. In between the loop of the 9. Ooh, here you go. I can point. Nope. Right in there. Right in there. You see that little bit of metal? And again over here, right, you've got this extra bit. And that's actually the top of a 9 that was done over this or under it. I do not have one in my collection yet. Hey, my collection changes every week. This week I got, a couple of these half cents. Next week I'll have, I don't know, some seeded Liberty dimes or something. Here's a neat one. I like these. I'm kind of hooked on these. I got to build a set of these. Let me take that one away. Now we're gonna have to zoom out here because this one's a little older, a little more worn. There you go. That's one of the old Drake bus half cents, and she's worn. There's no question about that. And it's an 1803, and it's hard to see that date. Then you get the narrow date and the normal date. Well, which one is it? So this is a normal date. And you look at the back, and it's got the wreath. And it's got half cent, and then you've got a fraction on the bottom. So, you get to learn about them every single time. You get something new in, check into it. Because there's different die varieties for everything. And this is a normal date, 1803. Now, if you get 1804, you want to make sure, if you see them, see these little stems right here, one, and another one over there. On the 1804, if you can find those with stems, you want to snatch those up. Every single one you can find, every chance you get, because they're a bit tougher to find. This kind of looks like 1805 in the right light. That kind of looks like 1805, but it's not 1805. The location of the numbers don't line up. But if you get it right, you can see it's a 3. And then everything lines up right. So that's an 1803. And even in this stage, that's probably good for, oh, that's 1809. What I put? I lost one. Yeah, that says 1803. I got the wrong penny in there. This is still a $40 bill for this coin. The 1809. Oh, yeah. That 1809's that's $100. Nice coin. Now that one they minted. This is the 1809. They minted 1.1 million, and PCGS gives them a surviving population estimate of about 1,200 units. Okay, the 1803 you're looking at, they only made 92,000 of them. I mean, it's 1803. They're just starting. They haven't been making coins for 10 years yet. Originally, there were 92,000, and PCGS has a surviving population estimate of 500. We're starting to get in some rare coins. How many times have you seen a complete set of draped Liberty half cents? There they are. And this week I've got a few half cents. Next week I won't have as many. What do you got here? Where's that good one? I got a real nice one. Here's one. Here's one. This will go out the door for $20. Let me move that aside. Let's look at the nickel. Oh, let's see. Isn't that pretty for an 1883 V nickel? Look at the hair on her. Really great shape on this. This one comes in at choice AU. So it's a pretty splendid example. Let me flip that over here. And you get no sense. Now, they took these when they first came out in '83. Some real characters back in the day would take these and gold plate them. Right? Because it doesn't say cents. You'll find later on down at the bottom, cents was added right in here. Or maybe right in there. Somewhere down here. I think it was under the V. And they take the darn thing, it's gold plated, and they go buy, 5 cents worth of candy or something up at the store. And they get $4.95 in change back. And back then, I mean, you're talking good money. That's a couple of weeks' pay. Look at the detail on the corn. Yep, there's corn. What's that one? Tobacco, wheat. I think the wheat berries are separate. Corn, tobacco, wheat. Oh, cotton. I think that's what that one is. So where's... No, no tobacco in this one. Back of the Flying Eagle scent has tobacco. We can get in there and take a look. Corn. It's like those little corns you get in the Chinese food, you try to eat them like this. Yeah, there's little baby Chinese corns. And the other one is, what is that one? There might be more corn. Corn that ain't opened up yet. And this one is the cotton. That's the cotton bolls right there above it. And ends up in the wheat right up here. These are major agricultural crops back in 1883. More wheat. The cotton. Bit of cotton gin. I guess that's a piece of corn. And tied together with a ribbon and a bow. Young Muggs Coffee Roasters. You guys get over and check his channel out. He gave me a shout out for he won the coin class a couple weeks ago. So you can go take a look at that. Here you go. She got more cotton in her hair. Yep, wheat in her hair. There's nothing sexier than a girl with cotton and wheat in her hair. There you go. Full sharp liberty. There's her face. Not much for the eyes. She wasn't much to look at. She didn't have the double chin you get on the Morgan dollar, though. And the date's good. Now, you can check into these dates. Some of these older ones, you have repunched dates. And they go, well, pretty much left alone. There aren't that many people that are out there looking at these old coins for die varieties. And the die varieties are out there. I found I was on, the hell is it, eBay. And I'm looking at 2 centers. And I found an 1868, I guess it was, or something. Let's see, what was it? Well, whatever the heck it was. It had a repunched date. And, well, the darn thing's selling for $25, right? I put a bid in. I got the ding for 25, 26 bucks. Maybe $3 for shipping. I turned around and sold it a week later for 85, right? I mean, Jesus, there's good money in this. You pay a little bit of attention, and you could turn 25 bucks into 85 bucks. I like that. How long does it take you at your job to make 60 bucks? Well, work for the contractor didn't take long, but, well, I got my bills down. What do we got here? 1883, and I bet you that's long acre doubling right in there. That's fairly regular all the way around. A bit bold on that. But you learn where to look up the information here. This is long acre doubling. See how flat it is? Now they would pound the die into the, pound the hub into the die, specifically with the intention of making this doubling, so that it would be easier for the metal to flow into the devices, and the die would last longer. It was a tactic. So that's not an error. Yeah, it's a good looking coin. This will go for, 20 bucks. So I'll offer it up on Midnight Madness. If I don't get it sold, then I'll include it in the giveaway on Sunday. It'll work. We can go back up, get a look at it. It's got a, pretty decent finish to it. It's not screwed up at all. There it is. I mean, a $20 bill, you get a decent coin. If you want to buy it, let me know. I'll knock $1 off. There it is, 1883. But look, she's got a chin. It's not just, a flat outline. It looks like a Utah quarter. You ever see those, you get a lot of these old coins look just like the Utah quarter. And what's that thing going to look like in, 50 years when they're when they're old and tired. Probably the same. But there's the 1883. What's this one here? Oh, here's a, oh, this is a neat one. This week I'm enjoying the company of an 1895 Barber $half. He's kind of worn, right? But wait, it's an O. Ta-da! Isn't that neat? You ever had an 1895 O in front of you? Okay, I'm really thinking of it. I'll have it right here. I'll keep that good. The 1895 O, originally the mintage was 1.7 million. But come on, they get used. The $half was a big coin. It's like the $5 bill or the $20 bill of today, where everybody uses this one. You know, back in high school and the early 80s, the quarter was the big thing. Hey man, let me borrow a quarter. Because you buy lunch for 2 3/4, you know, get a cookie and a thing of milk. I think the milk was a quarter. I think the cookies was a quarter. Whatever. Back in my grandmother's day, everything was a nickel, but they used a $half to pay for it. So they made 1.7 million of these darn things, and there are an estimated 1,250 that survive to this day. Now you're getting into some rare coins. When you put together a set of barbers, you got to get through this date. 1895 O. First time saying it. This is why I like to buy the things and sell the things, because by turning the coins over, well, first off, there's the income, which helps. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't work for a living anymore. I just play with coins, but I buy them, I sell them. Now, first off, I make a profit so I can eat and pay the light bill. That's about all my bills. But I also get to change, you know, I turn over the inventory. So I always have something new this week. What's coming next week? I found oh my God, the most beautiful Pilgrim $half. Wait for it. It'll be here hopefully in a week. And what's this one? Here's a Mercury dime. Okay, it's not the best, but it's okay. It's a 1925. Yes. There you go. So you get to look at the stuff. But every now and then I find something with, you know, a double die, an RPM or whatever. And that's where you get the, you know, the big bonus. It's where you buy it for 25, you sell it for 85. Here's the penny. Let's go into a kid. So we can just look at it right now. There you go. And then, yeah, this is it. You got with my stick. All right, there's the corn. And I think this is tobacco here. And then the cotton. And then the wheat up at the top. But there's almost no detail left of that. But these are the 4 primary agriculture crops back then. Tobacco, corn, cotton, and wheat. Eat it, smoke it, wear it. It's all good. This is a penny. That's a Flying Eagle cent. The Barber you saw before was a 50 cents. And before that was the V. Oh, I put it away. I'm not going to find this easily. Oh, I forgot I had this. Okay, so there's a penny. And you get the large and small letters. And you look over here to determine, and with the A and M connect, it's a large. If it's not connected, as in this case, that's a small date. So 1858. It's kind of old and tired, but you know, as a kid, is going to like this one. And it's kind of wore out. What the hell? They don't cost much. Okay, here's a neat one. Now, this is a $60 coin. Right? And I haven't looked up the figures on it yet. I probably ought to should. Okay. It's a $50. Seated Liberty, 1854. And over time, you know, they got the arrows they added. They took off the arrows. They put in rays in the back. You know, they ran these things for several years. This one has a lot of die cracks on it. And let's look at the back. There you go. 1854. Oh, another O. They made a lot of coins in New Orleans. Get them and check it out. And that's the United States of America, $50. Now, how many seated Liberty $50 have you had? I mean, it's not a bad looking coin. I could probably try to throw it over on this other side. And it looks like that. I'm not going to be able to zoom in much more. I'd have to raise it. Let me raise it on that. Let's see if this will work. There you go. A little too raised. Nope. How do I work this? There you go. That's why I like this other camera, because you can get the whole coin in. Move that over. And it looks like that. It's not a bad looking piece, and it's fine. It's a $60 coin. 65? Sure. I'll sell it for 60 to you right now. Send a check. There is my email. Contact me if you want to buy this stuff. But I'll sell this up on the Midnight Madness. And that works pretty well. The first week, I mean, I sold just about everything. Second week, I sold most stuff. I still have a few left, but not much. And that's really working. So that's why I want to go to prime time. Get some larger coins so the numbers work out in my favor. I'm not going to make a $20 profit on a $30 coin. But if I can make a $20 profit on a $50 coin or $80 coin and sell 20 of them, now it's worth my time. That's a good looking $50. But I turn them over, I flip them, and next week I'll have something different. But I gotta look it up and see what that's gonna be. Let me pull up PCGS right now. Yeah, that's cold. I can dump it now. Yeah. PCGS. Look at the price guide. What do we decide? 1854.0. Hello. This will be really slow. It always is. Hello. What's this sponsored ads bullshit? Get off my screen. Alright, type as dollars, nickels, quarters, halves. Liberty seated half. 1839 to 91. Yeah, that's a good run. 52 years. That was a dominant coin in the 1800s. 1854.0. Bingo. Now, while that's loading, I'll come over here and show you what I'm seeing. Let's see, screen. Yeah. It's loading. Bear with me. All right. 1854.0. So you get the arrows. It's a regular strike. And we've got a mintage of, you probably can't see it, right in here, 5.2 million. So it's a pretty busy coin at the time, you know. That's why you look at the 1894 or in the 1895 at 1.5 million. 40, 50 years later. Okay, and down here is what I want to see. I got an estimated surviving population of 5,000. And these are fairly accurate numbers, although I do suspect on occasion they make a mistake. Which really, should they, with their resources, shouldn't they really double check their information? Well, if you want a set of these, you got to get through this date, and there's only 5,000 of them. So that's a neat one. What's PCGS say for fine? VF20, price guide $100, but this is what you want to see. Right in here. This is the auction results, and I'd like to see a lot more data in there. $62, and that's $8.15 2 years ago and a couple of months on eBay. And well, that's slabbed, but like I say, the slabbing should not add value beyond the cost of the slab and their simple guarantee. And really, that little guarantee shouldn't be worth that much if they're accurate. Huh. But look over here. The fine, they came in at $70, $76. So I think this might be low. Let's look at the, no, what do I want to do? I want to go that way. Oh, I see. Hit this. You, out of my way. I can't get to it. There we go. VF25. All right, 62 here. We think that might be low, so you come over here and look. So perhaps that the F15 was rather high. But you got 100, 128, and into 70. So that's 60 bucks for the coin. Yeah, that's probably right. And there's this one where it's higher. Why would F15 be valued higher than VF20? Well, maybe some people want to put together a VF15 set. But over here you get a 10, a VG10, going 75 bucks. That's pretty peculiar. Down here you got NGC coin for 75. That might be a pretty low price at 60 bucks, 65 bucks. Well, no matter. We'll work with it. We'll go home and look at it. And find that. I'm back to the chat. I had it at F and 65 bucks. So I buy a few from time to time. It'll move? Yeah, I suspect it will. I don't want to tell you what I paid for it. Where the hell is it? What was the date? 1854. I paid 40 bucks for that. Yep. Can I make a $20 bill and a $40 investment? That's what I like about this little coin thing. If you just have a little bit of knowledge, you can take a $50 bill, and next week you've got a $70 bill. Do that 5 or 6 times, and now I'm moving 2 of the $50 bills at a time, and you can build. And well, geez, it doesn't take long to put together enough of a portfolio that you can move 50 coins a week for 20 bucks a coin. Yep, that's my 20. I want to buy a coin and make 5 bucks, 10 bucks, 20 bucks. This is a 20. Come on. 50 of those in a week, 10 a day. 1 coin an hour is all the time I got to put into it. And you pick up a $20 bill. But if 50 coins at 20 bucks, that's $1,000 a week. Raise your hands. How many people would like to have $1,000 a week? Profit. Come on. Come on, raise your hand. Or type 1 or something. I've worked with a man before. Yeah, you can make good money in contracting. Geez, you can make some real good money. Worked in restaurants plenty of times. The wages are a sin. Waiting tables, yeah, I could pull $500-600 a week. Weekends are real good. I have 2 hands and a toe up. DeCombe works in food service. It's tough. It's long hours, a lot of work. It's hard work. It's hot, sweaty. You're always doing something. You have to, just to keep up with stuff. But if you could sell 50 coins a week for a $20 profit, that sure is enticing. What would that do for your family? If you had an extra $1,000 a month, a better house, a decent, dependable vehicle. Do it for a few months. You've got a house full of food. All your clothes are good. The stairs are repaired. You got the new lawnmower or snowblower you got to have. I mean, you can really set yourself up here. Keep it going for a couple of years, and now you're getting into, you're talking about savings plans for the kids for college, or you're getting through college. You've got a retirement plan. You're not working for the man, breaking your ass, for wages. The average person in the United States, or half of the people in the United States, has less than $500 in their checking account, and that's pitiful. That's really quite minor for the money we make. We should have piles of money compared to the people in India that are getting by on $2 a day. They have as much savings as we do. Nothing. I mean, coins, if you put in a weekend, let's say you could only move 5 of these coins on a weekend, at 20 bucks a piece. There's an extra $100 a week. More puff. Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to live forever. I may as well just have fun. And this is fun to me. Jeez, you can get out there with a $50 bill and some knowledge and some experience, and you can buy some coins and sell them and make some money. Now you start with the small stuff, you know, those dollar deals in the elevator. You start with those. I mean, geez, you know, they're gonna pick these up. There's that 1909 for $2. You look at the book, it says 3, so that's not bad. You know, here's a 1933 for $1. There's a 1933 for $1. There's one. There's one. What do we got here? 2. 1. There's that 1950D. That's a 2. 1. 1. Oh, those are folded. They're tough to handle. I'll do it this way. There's a 3. 1. It just says DD. That's a dollar deal. 1. 1. 1. 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? 20. 30. 40. Those, which I got spare, right? These are all extras. Gets me one of these, right? So these, I get these out of here, and I can get another one of these. And I can buy this on Monday. It comes in by Friday. Sell it over the weekend, right? For 60. So I got my money back plus more. And on Monday, I'm shopping again. I buy another one. Plus 20. I buy 1.5 of those. Now, how many times would you have to do that if you're doing a 50% return on investment in a week? How many times would you have to do that before, you know, you're sitting on 50 coins that you can sell for 20 bucks a piece? I'm going to have to go for now. I keep dozing off. I learned a lot. Okay, I'll keep that nickel around, but come Friday, it'll probably go. Yeah, it doesn't take that long. Persistence, good effort, and just stick with it more than anything else. And you can take these little coins and turn it into a bigger coin. And all the time you're doing it, you know, you're getting bigger. You go from $1 coins to $5 coins, to $10 coins, and just keep building and getting more. Fill those slots. There's a lot of opportunity out there if one wanted to take advantage of it. Where did my little holder go? Oh, Christ. I'll have to rewrite another one. Probably in that box. What's this? 1915 and good. Oh, there it is. I'm going to keep my coins in their slots. Plus you get to own something from 1898 for 3 minutes. Yeah, it's cool as shit. Actually, I'll have it for a few days. I have my fastest. I picked up coins on, you know, whatever day, Monday. Wait a few days. It comes in, and I've made a phone call and literally had the cash in my hand 30 minutes later. Right? And I've made anywhere from 25 to 200 on a single coin. Seriously, in a half an hour of owning that coin. I opened them up at 3 o'clock, and by 8 o'clock, I'm packing them back up in another mailer to go out. And I got, you know, 25 bucks in my hand. Well, at least I get to own the coin for a little while. Now, I don't know about you, but 25 bucks is, geez, I can do okay with that. If you do 20 bucks a day, that's 600 bucks a month. How much is your car payment? Right? How much is a new car with insurance and gas and maintenance? Yeah, maybe 600 bucks a month. That's what you can do with this. That's the impact it has. You got a car, your wife has a car, you're not screwed. And if one breaks down, you got a backup. You know, if it does break down, well, you can get it fixed. Jeez, I've been there. You can't get it fixed. Man, don't that suck. When the water heater goes, how much is that going to be to fix? You got to have a water heater. That's $200-300. To do it yourself, well, you still need parts. There's another 50 bucks plus a couple hours to do it all. And you got to haul the old thing off. Another downfall to owning slab coins. Whenever I get something that old, put on my gloves and at least have to touch it. You never know who did before. Yeah, wash your hands before you handle the coins so you don't get the cheese curl, orange all over it. And when you're done handling coins, wash them again because you don't know where the hell they've been. And if you ever seen like the towel, you put down a towel and you go through a box of pennies, they're freaking just throw out the towel. Don't even fucking wash that. Then I go in my washing machine. Screw that. All right, look, we're 6 o'clock. I was gonna knock it off at 5 o'clock. I gotta use the bathroom, take a nap, drink the coffee. Probably in that order. Maybe not. So you guys stay groovy out there. Alrighty? I'm gonna call it. Let's do it again sometime. And don't forget Midnight Madness. What day are we at? Yeah, Thursday. So tomorrow night, midnight, we're gonna sell some of these coins. Make some money. Alright guys, take it easy. I'm gonna call it.